What up, what up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing today, man? Hopefully you're all good. It's good to see ya. Hopefully the week started well for you as well. Actually, been a good start for me for a couple of reasons, which we'll get into. We've got a few things to talk about as well before we get into the game today, guys. There's been more hacks. We've got a little one to talk about with 1.1 with Endfield as well, regarding the pool situation, which I'm curious about. And we do have a Forza video, which I might try and squeeze in, because I was kind of looking forward to checking out Forza Horizon 6. So I'm kind of curious about that, but we might leave that for another one. I do want to talk about this Wua AI situation, right? Not that I actually really care too much, because let's face it, most companies are using it, especially most Chinese companies as well. But you know, there's this kind of argument that it's just not happening, which it just seems like that's just untrue. But I don't know if we'll get to that today. We might talk about it in another stream. But yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about, and then we got Lone Trail to get into, man. We got Lone Trail to get into, guys. So hopefully everybody is doing well, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Welcome, yo, bloody fish. What's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Ends, how's it going? Not Momo, Cass, what's going on? BS Commissions, welcome. I don't know if you saw, but last Crimson Desert patch fixed some combat issues. Feels a lot better. I didn't put up a video about that. I haven't. I don't think I've played it since the patch. When did the patch go out? I played a little bit yesterday, and I played it post-patch. I don't know. I really like the game, man. I really like the game. Like, it's a game. Well, it's a game. It's definitely divided people, though, right? Because I think a lot of people, and it's a fair assumption to make, right? Because I kind of had that assumption initially. When you look at it, you kind of expect a Witcher experience, right? You know, this incredible story, a journey of a character, if you will. And it's not quite that game, right? It's more of a single player sandbox experience, you know? And if you're okay with not really caring too much about the story, although it's one of those games that has like evolving stories, like emergent stories, if that makes sense, where you're playing along and shit just happens. And I love that sort of stuff in my open worlds, because you know, it's the Rockstar vibe, if you will, you know, where, or even like the Fallout, the Elder Scrolls sort of thing. Of course, they've got good stories as well, right, where you could just get lost, you know. And I do like that, you know. I love being waylaid in my open world games, because at the end of the day, now it doesn't mean that the story shouldn't be good, right, but I am strongly in the camp. If you're going to give me an open world, it has to be engaging. I don't want it to just be window dressing, right? And a lot of games just make open worlds window dressing. Yeah, I'm glad that's not the case in this game. You can just continually find yourself getting lost, and it's a good time, man. It's a real good time. Like the controls, like for me, when it comes to the controls, right, I wouldn't even say they were bad, but they were just different. They're almost like fighting game controls in a way, like almost like with combos, the way they're set up, obviously in an open world game, and that's just really jarring for a lot of people. So yeah, I think it's a good move that they've gone towards, you know. Yeah, I was just talking about that, Ken. Yeah, we've got a couple of stuff to talk about. I might try and see if we can squeeze that in. If not, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But how are we doing? Welcome to the stream as well, Ken. It's good to see you. They didn't localize prices for me. $70 too much of it. Yeah. A few people have said that to me. One of them ones as well. Like, best thing to do, really, because you're probably going to get it at a good price, and the game's going to have all the quality of life patches that it probably requires, right? So yeah, it's a smart thing to do, really. Smart thing to do. I'm sure come the next Steam sale, or like maybe the winter sale, you'll probably be able to get it for, you know, a good 30 or so % off. So yeah. But we got a couple of stuff I want to talk about as well, guys, because I was slipping a little bit, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I want to talk about this Crunchyroll situation as well. And I say, if I can squeeze in the Horizon thing, I do want to talk about the Endfield stuff, also the pools, sorry. So yeah. Yo, Vez, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, only buy games day one if you're a content creator. I'm just one of them. Just buy what you... See, like, for me, I suppose it's different, right? When it comes to story-based games for me, because I was never, like, that sort of content creator, if I ever did buy a game to play day one, it'd always do worse, because a lot of the time, people would want to play the game themselves. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I've never really been a day one kind of... It's like even with like the patches of Endfield, I don't mind playing it like a day or two after, because I think when it comes to story stuff, most people want to experience that first, right? You know? Oh, Tamas, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hello. Speaking of anime, did you watch the first episode of SBR? No. No, I haven't really been watching anything recently. If I'm honest, I've been slipping behind on a lot of stuff. I did rewatch Forza Horizon again last night, though. Awesome film. I love that film. Great film. I am standing by that game exists in the Warhammer universe. Straight up. Nah, I can't read, so I experience a story from a streamer reading for me. What's going on, Blood Red? Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully you're all well. It is good to see ya. It is good to see you guys. It's good to be back on stream as well, because we have been slacking a little bit recently. I've been slacking a little bit. So hold up a second. Let me just switch scenes. I got my 90s pillhead attire on today, guys. All right. Yeah, I've watched streams, leaked channels, and YT during new patch of games. I cared about the story. Yeah. That's one thing I've learned over time, that's a thing, you know. And that's why, like, playing games that are a bit older, especially gacha games, and coming as a new player, people flock to it because they've experienced it all, and now they get to kind of vicariously experience it again through somebody else. Yeah. Pig's finally playing his Kentax by doing Lone Trail. I saw that, Cass. I don't know exactly what you mean. You'll have to specify or show me some examples. In my head, I was like, what is bro doing with it? What does bro want to do with those? I think he's going to be running me through some AI program, man, and make it look like I'm robbing a bank in Holland or something somewhere. It's finally spring in my area. Nice, casual, nice. Got the drip. But yeah. I'll be interested as long as, you know, you're not trying to steal my identity at least, anyway. AI feet pics. Hey, yo, apparently that's good money, man. If only I could get away with selling pictures of my feet. Yeah, how we doing, guys? How we doing? It's good to see ya. Eon of feet stonks. Oh man, talking about that. You know, I had to take my Warframe video down because I'd been perusing Reddit, right? And you know it is. Reddit's a slippery slope sometimes. And I'd been looking at some cosplay stuff, and I ended up in some sus subreddits, man. And I still had some of that stuff up on my Reddit when I recorded my video. Somebody did email me, was like, bruh, you got some sus stuff there, man, but like based. And I was like, oh shit, I better clear some of them. So the gacha cosplayers led me down a bit of a what's it spotlight, you know what I mean? Nothing that could get me into trouble in terms of TOS, but I was just like, I've got a bunch of sponsors coming up at the minute, and I was like, I really, you know, I want to try and catch some of them. Not even from a money standpoint, they're actually good fucking sponsors, like I've had a fitness company reach out to me, and they've offered me a bunch of different things. Obviously, I've got to see if it comes through yet. I've responded to them. So, hopefully, you know, we can get that sorted, because that'd be really cool, actually. I've had a couple of other game companies reach out to me as well, which I'm seeing what's going to happen with those. Man, the main ones that seem to come through is all like the loot bar type stuff, but I don't know, unless one of them came through and was like, yo, here's like 10 grand. I just don't think I'd be interested, because it's like the money they offer and just, you know, the risks to people's accounts and stuff. I'm just like, yeah, look, and I ain't even judging people who do it right. I'm not, because I've done a loot bar sponsorship before. Oh, yeah, man, I don't know. I'd hate to think somebody was a bit short of cash, decided to use something through me, and then got banned. I'd hate to find that out. So, yeah, we probably won't do them, unless I say, you'll know if they've come through with a fat bag if you see me doing one. So yeah. But, yeah, guys, we've got a couple of things to talk about today. We've got more hacks happening. We need to get you sponsored by a dumbbell company. Oh, dude, do you know what I was saying? I was in CJ stream earlier, and I was like, it'd be kind of funny if we do that. We'll have to slip in some dumbbell raises in there somewhere. Dumbbell raises, you know? Maybe while I'm on the bike. The worst thing is, though, I've got my pre-admission phone call Friday, and man, if this does go through, I might not even be able to. I'll have to get Rosie on the bike, you know, and then I'll just talk about it. Or well, I am going for the bike because it's actually really cool. Actually, it's kind of like a Peloton, but a less premium version. It's got a big screen and everything you can mirror your phone to, and that's kind of cool, actually. So I might have to get Rosie on it, man. But yeah. So shall we Rosie collab maybe? I know she won't actually want to be on camera, so she'll probably be like hooded up, hiding. So you might see like a ninja on a bike, maybe. Try and see if I can get her to do it. But yeah, I don't think she really. I think ever since the whole, like, you know, especially the recent drama arcs that have happened, I definitely think she doesn't want to be, because I think she's worried about like people coming for her, because, you know, it's not out the realm, right? We've seen what's been going down, so I can understand her being a little bit, you know, worried of potentially being on cam after everything that's happened. But, yeah, man. Hopefully you guys are all well, man. Hopefully you're doing good. So, shall we talk about this situation then, guys? Shall we talk about this situation? Because it's pretty bad. And it might actually affect you guys, especially anime enjoyers as well. Let me turn this off. So, let's get into it then. Let's do it. Alright then. So, 2026 has been hack after hack recently, right? It's just been, we've had DNA, we've had Warframe, we've had other stuff happening. We've had the tracker sites for Endfield. We saw Fobmaster getting his Wuthering Waves account stolen. Don't know how that was accessed. All of these games need to have 2FA as well. But this time, it's Crunchyroll that's been hit. But it's actually bigger than just Crunchyroll. This could affect so many different companies, because it wasn't actually Crunchyroll that was the way in. It was a company called Telus Digital. And I had a little look through ChatGPT here, and I found out from this International Cyber Digest a little bit more about this. So, basically, Crunchyroll has been reportedly hacked. They've actually not responded to any questions or had a public response at all at the moment. They're keeping stum, at least from where we're recording now, from the last time I checked. And apparently, 100 gig of customer analytical data was stolen. And that's including email addresses, potentially IP addresses, credit card details, and other sensitive data. So if you do have a Crunchyroll account, I advise you to change your shit right now. Get your passwords changed and keep an eye on all your stuff that was potentially connected to this. But as I say, it might go much wider than this, actually, because this Telus Digital is a Canadian company, apparently, and they outsource that side of things for corporations, right? But they, like lots of companies they're linked to, fintech, banks, like Fortune 500 companies, right? Apparently, it happened through their Indian side of things, right? Their Indian side of things. So, TELUS digital hack from March 26 is still being investigated, so the full list of affected companies hasn't been publicly confirmed yet. However, investigators and the hacker group claim that the data from multiple TELUS clients was accessed because TELUS provides outsourced customer support and back-end services to many companies. So we know Crunchyroll, at least the reports are coming through that Crunchyroll was affected as well. Apparently, according to the reports, an employee working for TELUS for an outsourcing partner of Crunchyroll allegedly executed malware on their system, allowing a threat actor to gain access to Crunchyroll's internal environment. So somebody was on a dodgy website or was the victim of a phishing scam, which typically, still to this day, most people, when it comes to getting their data stolen and their stuff accessed, it's still mainly through phishing, and that's like, emails of people sending you, hey, check this thing out, and you click on the link and boom, they've got your information, right? And then obviously you've got third-party sites and stuff as well. It's a lot less common for things like drive-by stuff now. But apparently a petabyte of information was taken from TELUS. So a lot of other companies must have been affected, right? Because if only 100 gigs of customer info was taken from the breach, because it was about 24 hours. I think it took Crunchyroll to actually shut it down. That means that a lot of other data from a lot of other stuff is potentially floating around at the moment. So should we have a look at this article, and then we'll have a little look at this from this International Cyber Digest, then, shall we? So Crunchyroll users may want to change their password. The world's largest anime streaming service is reportedly being the target of a cyber attack. Reports circulating online claim the breach originated through a partner of TELUS, resulting in the exposure of hundreds of gigabytes of personal identifiable user data. The incident allegedly occurred on March 12, 2026, and was contained within 24 hours. However, sources say that roughly 100 gigabytes of customer analytics data was compromised before the breach was stopped, with leaked information possibly including IP addresses, email addresses, credit card details, and other sensitive data. According to the reports, an employee working for TELUS, an outsourcing partner of Crunchyroll, allegedly executed malware on the system, which we've just gone through. And then if we continue on down a little bit now, as of now, Crunchyroll has not publicly acknowledged the alleged breach, and I think that's still the case. I could be wrong as of now. However, TELUS Digital confirmed on March 12th that it suffered a security incident after threat actors claimed to have stolen nearly 1 petabyte of data from the company in a multi-month breach. So this wasn't just a quick little thing. This was going on over time. So again, apparently this TELUS, they work with a bunch of companies. I did look like Fortune 500 companies, fintech, banks. So here, look, reports indicate the data set includes technology companies, financial institutions, banks, customer support call center clients, internal call recording support logs from multiple companies, right? So that's kind of crazy. So who knows who's been affected by this, right? Who knows who's been affected by this? Like, fintech companies and banks is crazy, right? That's actually kind of crazy. So this might get much bigger than just Crunchyroll at the moment. So yeah, they've not publicly acknowledged it. TELUS Digital operates as the digital services and business processing outsource arm of TELUS, offering services such as customer support, content moderation, AI data solutions, and other outsourced operations for companies worldwide. TELUS Digital is investigating a cybersecurity incident involving unauthorized access to a limited number of our systems. The company said in a statement, they always make sure to say that, right? Just a limited number of systems, and then you find out that they got into fucking everything at some point. The company said in a statement earlier this month following the hack, upon discovery, we took immediate steps to address the unauthorized activity and secure our systems against further intrusion. We are actively managing this situation and continue to monitor it closely. I love how they act like we got it sorted quickly when it apparently was going on for months. We've implemented additional security measures to further safeguard our systems and environment. TELUS confirmed as our investigations progresses, we are notifying any impacted customers as appropriate. The security of our customers' information continues to be of the highest priority. When we know that's just not true with most of these companies, right? There's a reason why the companies themselves outsource stuff, because it's cheaper to do so. And then we know why companies like this have third parties in places like India, because apparently That's where it originated from what I've been seeing. Now, there's no confirmation of that yet, but apparently that's where it originated. So at the end of the day, it's much cheaper for them to potentially risk this sort of stuff than it is worth them paying the extra to make sure it doesn't happen right at the end of the day. Like, we know that most companies really couldn't give a damn about our info, right? Yeah. You know, the amount of times you see companies literally leaving stuff like almost in open sight for people to get access to sometimes, right? So, according to International Cyber Digest, I think they got a post that was as recent as a couple of hours ago, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. So, 13 hours ago, breaking Crunchyroll breach through outsourcing partner in India. A threat actor exfiltrated data from Crunchyroll's ticketing system and also managed to pull 100 gigabyte of personally identifiable customer analytics data. We've analyzed the data and it includes IP addresses, emails, credit card details, and more. As employer of their outsourcing partner, TELUS has executed malware on his system, which gave threat actor. Oh, so it's a him. It's a him. Okay. Ooh, God. Okay. So that's not great. So yeah. Okay. This was 12 hours ago. Additional info, Crunchyroll breach. According to the threat actor, a spoofed email containing malware was sent to trick an outsourcing employee. There we go. Straight up phishing, right? The age old, hey, a Nigerian prince wants to send you $50,000. All he needs is your bank details. And he was like, ooh, clicked on that. Damn. Once the malware was detonated, the threat actor obtained the victim's OKTA credentials and managed to gain access to Crunchyroll. Actually crazy. So it happened on March 12th. They revoked their access after 24 hours. So, yeah, not looking great. Again, it's one of those things, right? Protect yourself, change your information, change your passwords, keep an eye on your bank details, your credit card information, you know, make sure there's no unauthorized payments potentially going out. Of course, I don't think it will go that far, but you just never know, do ya? When people get all this information, usually, typically, what they'll do is they'll sell it to information brokers, right, who are not worried about working on the black market, so to speak, to then you'll get more phishing stuff to your account, basically. That's typically what will happen. So, good thing to do. Look out for BS phishing emails over the coming period of time, which you should always be on the lookout for anyway, right? Always protect yourself. Treat everything as bogus. Never click on links unless you know it's official, and always double check. But yeah, this is not great, right? This is not great. As I say, it's hard to really blame Crunchyroll here because it's obviously on this TELUS Digital's side of thing. And who knows how many companies this could have affected, which I will keep you guys up to date on this. Not typically usually the thing we cover on this channel, right? But obviously, with all the hacks that have been going on in gaming recently, and specifically in the gacha space as well, I thought it was pertinent. A lot of us enjoy a bit of anime, and there's probably quite a few guys who watch this channel who are signed up to Crunchyroll. And even if you're not, you might be affected by this in some other way anyway, because this looks like it's pretty freaking massive. So, yeah, you'll have to let me know what you guys think down below. But be on the lookout, be safe, and if you do have a Crunchyroll, change your fucking password. All right? Okay. All right, let's... oh, have you heard as well? Apparently, because of the UK age verification laws, if you're not age verified on Warframe now, I don't think you can use chat, can you? You can't use chat and all that sort of stuff. So that kind of sucks. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yo, Hectic, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Anikagi, what's going on? Welcome. Crunchyroll, they extremely deserve to get hacked because it's been taken by Israel. Also, one. Well, the thing is, though, when it comes to stuff like that, though, it's never the company that suffers, though, is it? It's always the individuals, right? You know, like Crunchyroll are going to be fine after this. But that one person who now receives a phishing email and they get hacked, they're the people who are probably potentially at risk, right? Or somebody, you know, fraudulently creates accounts or tries to get credit cards in somebody's name because they've got a bunch of information where they can pretend to be them. That's where the risk comes from, right? It's not the company, it's the customers who suffer, right? It's always the way. The corporation will always survive. The corporation will fix what it needs to do. It's the people at the end of it. And, you know, this is why when it comes to things like in the UK and across Europe and in America as well. You know, these push for digital IDs and stuff. And in a perfect world, it's like, oh, it might sound cool, right? I can access everything with this one thing. But it's bad enough when private companies can't protect our data, right? They would probably do a much better job than the state. It's just like, it's just a worry at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, you know, when, you know, massive companies have so much information on you, and the desire for more and more and more nowadays, like more of this sort of stuff's just going to happen, isn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't use it, but my dad does. Thanks for letting me know. I'm going to call him and let him know. W. So deserve to get active because they've been taken by Israel to profitable. And one thing is government used to take down the pirate sites, enemy free. Tell us is huge. Seems like it, casual, yeah. It's them damn Canucks again, innit? What is it with the beady eyes and the flappy heads, man? You just can't trust them. South Park taught me anything. You can't trust the Canadians. One thing that might ease some people's worries is highly unlikely they stored multiple credit card details for the most part. Yeah. It's more than likely, like you say, credit card info probably not been exposed. It's just if they've got IP addresses, your name, your passwords. Because one thing I always say to people, make sure to keep passwords separate, man. Keep passwords separate and different. You know, it's advised not to write things down, right? It's advised not to write things down. But I do, because I always make sure my passwords for everything are different, right? Because what a lot of people do, and this is how they get people, they end up using the same password for a myriad of different sites, right? So one gets compromised and then bam, everything's compromised, right? Or like, you know, obviously phishing emails and stuff. But it seems Tontas is crashing out on you again. When is he not crashing out, man? You know, we're sneaky like that. So yeah, man. Not looking good, is it, man? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, I've never even heard of this Tell Us Digital. It's always the companies that you don't hear about, though, aren't it? Do you? That are just like these huge behind-the-scenes companies, right? That just like doing big business and connected to so many different companies. So yeah, it's not good, but you know, all you can do is protect yourself, guys. Never try your best not to fall victim to phishing emails, right? If something looks too good to be true, right? Don't ever just willingly, blindly click on an email link in your email. Be careful the sites you go to. You know, look at just recently with that Endfield tracker site, right? Like, yeah, that wasn't great, was it? Like, as Fob said, because Fob had his Wimmer account stolen, didn't he? Did that come from that? Did that come from because man, it always seems to be Fob, right? Gets hit with the PayPal situation with Endfields, gets hit with the Enfield tracker site, and now he's got hit with Wuthering Waves. It's still crazy to me that Wooer still doesn't have 2FA. Like, any game that allows you to spend money on it should have 2FA, right? Like, all games should have two-factor authentication. They've got any sort of live service format to them, man. Because then that'd, like, stop that situation like that, right? But, yeah, I think I'm sure I saw something in his Discord, right? That like they were in his account and they were deleting all these echoes and stuff, right? Saints going after analytical vibes. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. I saw CJ talking about that. I noticed that he reacted to the entirety of his video as well, which is interesting because I thought he'd stop doing that. A threat of, well, they're gonna copyright strike me, right? But it's like I said before. Saint will argue with people like that and react to the content almost in full when he can argue semantics about things like Wuthering Waves, right? He could pre-watch it, he could go on, formulate his argument, and he can make the person look bad. I don't know if he did. I ain't watched it, like, right. So I'm honestly not that interested in arguments over things about Wuthering Waves because I don't care. But yeah, I found that interesting. It was, he watched the entire video on stream. Thought he'd stop doing that. You know? It's almost like certain things he don't know what to do. You know, that's why I said, like, there's no point trying to argue Saint in those sort of things, because he'll just come at it from bad faith, and it like I say, he'll you know. he'll argue semantics all day long, right? Because he's got all the time in the world to sit and look at the silly little things about video games that most people probably don't care about, right? Tell us an internet provider here, so it's not too surprising seeing how much data was taken from me. This is being in 5 months ago. Announcement is being by Israel. What the fuck? It's only PS4 was free because I don't have a PC or laptop. Saints actually pointed out that he's trying to shield himself for having stopped the YT stream uploading a day later and reacted for over an hour. Ah, okay. Like, it shows so. Maybe if he just wasn't such an asshole, well, we all know if he wasn't such an asshole, he wouldn't be in this fucking situation, right? It's not called argument. People aren't willing to change opinion yet. Yeah. Well, it's, you know, I think at this point, bro, it's just, you know, like, you just gotta look at this stuff, man, right? Considering he's the metrics guy and this is his job, and his shit don't look rosy at the moment, you know? For a guy who streams daily, like every day pretty much, to multiple sites, uploads shorts, uploads 3 times a day, his metrics ain't looking that crisp, bro. You know? Just saying. Considering he's the metrics guy, because like I say, I'll never look at someone's channel and go, ha, ooh. He does it all the time, right? It's just interesting. That's why, like, really, his channel recently has been so reliant on shitting on Endfield, which I might talk about that in a video. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of bored of it all now. It's just boring, like, you know, Saint's boring to banter with. He's got nothing to throw back, really, apart from, like, dumb stuff, which, you know, don't really bother me. He's got no genuinely interesting arguments to make. He's what it is, right? He's what it is. Yeah, I seen him talking about Woo the other day. I saw a clip, and it was about some artwork or something, but it was like Woo was under attack, so any little negative thing about the game now gets doom posted to the nth degree, and I was just like, what? You know, bro? You made like 40 videos in the space of a month on Endfield, and you're talking about people doom posting over the smallest stuff. Like, that's mental. Yo, Flix, what's going on now? We're gonna do some gameplay. I do feel the need to put in the rack length, specifically something YouTube themselves does not create fair use automatically, whether it's 2 seconds. Yeah, YouTube, they've got their systems, and that's it. That's why they just lay it off to the court, right? And the thing with fair use, it's such a fluid thing. People have like said, you know, if Pokey wins this court case, it sets a precedent and it'll just ruin React content. I don't know if it will. Honestly, I don't know if it will. Because, like, the thing with fair use, there's, like, so many precedents being set, but I don't know if they're ever really used as precedents in court. It just seems to be, it just can go either way, man. You know what I mean? I think it's took on such a case-by-case situation. And obviously, I'm a layman. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that seems to be the case. So, this idea that if Pokey wins, it's bad for us all. I don't know. Because, like, not everybody's going to be in the position to do what Pokey's doing, right? So, yeah, people could just hit you with strikes and stuff, or I don't know, man. Maybe the only people who are at risk are people who are doing it in bad faith. Because, like, I am in the camp. If you say something dumb, people should be able to call you out on it, right? But I think if you want to call somebody out on something they've said and you want to be an arsehole about it, maybe just don't do it on top of the content. Just talk about it, like, if you really want to, right? I suppose you can do that. Yeah, you know, like the React space is a good space. I do a lot of React content, right? But honestly, like, it wouldn't kill me if React content went away. I don't want it to, because I enjoy it. Or, like, I'm not one of these people that's like, I'm going to die on the hill of React content has to survive. Like, I want it to for a more fair and open space, right? And I don't want people to just be getting frivolous copyright strikes. Of course I don't. But at the same time, yeah, like, some React content is trash at the end of the day. And I'm not even going to lie, some of my React content's been absolute slop. Yo, Shushy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Talking about people playing Endfield for money and plays that garbage Heroes game. I saw that. What the fuck is that game? What hacks? Well, we don't know yet. Telus Digital. We know that Crunchyroll's been affected. Could be loads of companies though. Apparently they outsource so much work for so many companies. It won't react because it's always case by case, and the main shield for fair use is good faith, which exactly, yeah. Like obviously, there's multiple things in this. What is it, like the 4 pillars? I don't know them all. Like everybody's an armchair expert nowadays, right? But I know fair use with what it is, how transformative it is. I think good faith is a part of it, right? Whether or not it affects the original content in a negative sense. And I think, like, because I don't even know what Polk is doing, right? Like, the way he's gone about it, is it? I haven't even looked at the court. Is it just literally a fair use situation? Is he gone down a defamation route as well? I haven't been following it, if I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm honestly, don't really bother me too much. It's just funny watching some of the dumb stuff for me personally. Yo, what's going on, Alex? Welcome. React to someone till they want to suit you. Might need to. Well, yeah, right, definitely. It's that point you're gonna be like, wait a minute, what have I done to encourage this, right? Like, because it's not like dude just does it for the fun of it, right? Like this is the one and only time that I've seen him do it. You know. So I've said it before, if Poké wins, all it does to encourage a healthier environment within the space when it comes to React, since people will have to engage and build proper healthy CC circle. Yeah, and I think that's how React should be, really. Like, I'm not saying you can't say. I think what that person's just said is fundamentally wrong, and I think they're being disingenuous, and you can even have a little joke around and throw some insults. I'm okay, personally, right? Some people might not be. I'm okay with it. But it's about it being in good faith, right? Like, I go into all my Reacts without watching the content, unless like somebody showed a silly video to me and then I watch it again on stream to laugh at you guys. I like to go into my Reacts blind, specifically for that good faith side of things. So I'm not going in with, yeah, I've already watched this, fuck this guy, I don't like what he's got to say, and then I'll come in with that attitude, right? Which, when you pre-react to stuff, that's where the bad faith comes from for a lot of people, is because what they're doing on stream, they've already set themselves up for an emotional reaction before they've even started, right? And I think it's a symbiotic relationship as well, right? Because sometimes some people work hard on the content they're making, right? Like hard, potentially weeks and months of work to make a video, and you come along and just shit on them, like in an hour video, and your community then like goes after them, you know what I mean? And like, it's arguable some people have got, you know, a verifiable impact to their reach and content, right? You know? That content is almost never fair use, but people still do it, it'll be fine. I don't know. It's all up to the courts, right? That's the thing. It's one of them things. It's such a grey area, right? You know? Because like you've got even like things like incidental inclusion and stuff. YouTube don't care about that. But like the courts typically do. It's just one of them, you know. I think if you are fair with the person you're reacting to, I think most people are chill with it. You might find some people are not, you know. Yo, Firefly, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, I don't think it will be. Honestly, don't. Because like you got to take into account as well. Now, some people might just be like, I want to watch the world burn, and they'll copyright strike people. But people have then got to take into the account, well, if I do this, the person might counterclaim. Have I got the money to then fight them in court? Most people who've got the ability to copyright strike probably won't have that ability or the want to do that, right? So I just don't think it'll create this, like, I've seen people like saying that, I know I saw V say, and I've seen some other CCs will respect as well. I'm not saying I don't respect V. Say that, oh, it'll be a free-for-all. It won't, because I ain't going to be doing it, because one, it's not my style, but even if it was, I don't want to be going to court over some dumb stuff. Like, why would I want to do that? Because, like, at the end of the day, this whole court case, when you think about it, it's fucking both Saint and Pokey up. Like, even if Saint's got Oilers and Pokey's got Oilers potentially paying for stuff, right, they're going to be spending thousands of dollars that they could have just kept for themselves, you know? And at the end of the day, they'll both just go on and carry on what they're doing. And even if it doesn't get to court, right, and they get settled out of court, they'll have still spent a stupid amount of money on bullshit, really, when you think about it. Right, Lobster? Yeah. I think if you're outside these communities, you know, it's just like, do straight lolco, right? It's like, who cares? You know? Do these straight up like a DSP type character. You know? He's got nothing to really throw around. No, his best insults are like, you're dumb. You know? Insults about homosexuality, people's looks. He's like, damn, man. I ain't heard them since I was 14. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. People just think, yeah, like, Pokey's never give off that vibe at all, has he? Like, it's just not for no reason, is it? You know what I mean? Depends if it's better or it could generate toxic positive instead of actual critical comments. That's a fair thing. That's a fair thing to say, that some people would fear being critical. But, I don't think it will go down that path. But it's a fair thing to say. I think it's a fair thing to say, you know? It's a potential thing that could happen. Like, the way I do things, right, I've had reacts where I am very critical of things that people have said in the videos, but I'm also cognizant of that it's their opinion, and that's it. And because like, I'm the type of person, right, I genuinely enjoy when people have different opinions to me, because otherwise it's just boring, isn't it? It's boring to all have the same opinion. So I think I always try to be respectful while I'm critical, and I think most adults can accept that, can't they? I think they can genuinely accept being criticised as long as people are fair with it and respectful, right? Yo, Dandy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What even is the jurisdiction in international copyright cases? If it's two British guys suing each other, American fair use probably doesn't apply either. Well, I think, obviously don't quote me, I'm not a lawyer, but I think because the suits, well, it's accounted, but like, I think Pokey's filed the suit, and because Saint's based in America and the company's based in America, and obviously where the infringements happened is basically an American company, it has to be fought in American courts. Now, if there was both Singaporean or both British or something, I don't know. I don't know, if I'm honest. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I suppose potentially I would think logically it could be fought outside America, because it doesn't need to involve YouTube, but maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Check out the Forza vid before Long Trail, 9 minutes. Yeah, we can have a look, It's true, Pix enjoys my takes, surely. Hey, bro, like, you know, you have got the same worries about Enfield that I have, I think, but you just look at it in a totally different way. I love that. Because sometimes you say something like, actually, shit, that's food for thought. I like that, you know what I mean? Because it fucking sucks when everybody agrees, right? YouTube's so annoying by doing an auto chat filter by top messages, and yeah, it sucks. It's because I don't want people to get sad by sweary words and stuff, do they? So, yeah, we've got this post here from T.O.F. Fenton. He actually did upload a video as well, so I thought maybe we'll watch the video. A close to accurate pool resource came for Enfield 1.1, because apparently the numbers are low. I think is it looking like 65 plus 20 or something like that? So it's one of them things, right? It's how you look at it. You look, what is the average patches that you've seen in the big gacha? Like 80 pools, 80 to 100. So it's like you guarantee, well, you're not guaranteed the character. You're guaranteed to potentially hit your 50-50, which you're going to do here. But then, you know, like with the other games, you've got weapons to pull as well. But with this, you got your weapons, but maybe you haven't got your weapons. So it's like, it's not a great number. But let's just watch this video just to see what the numbers are, right? Because I'm kind of curious. So rather than reading through just basically where you're getting all of the pulls from, let's see what Fenton Corvus has got to say about this then, shall we? Because I'm interested. Analysing Enfield's 1.1 limited pool income sources, free to play and low spender totals for patch 1.1. As somebody who buys the battle pass, I'm guessing, is that low spender? Let's have a look.
Hi. So I went ahead and compiled as comprehensive a list as I could of available poll resources in 1.1. and I wanted to share what I found with you guys to hopefully help you guys plan ahead your polls, and so that we can all have a better understanding
How can it be accurate if 1.1 is in fully done? I don't know. I guess let's see what he's got to say.
of the current poll economy in 1.1. So let's get into it. For each of the sections, I'm going to be leaving a detailed breakdown on the left. Feel free to pause the video to cross.
Okay, we got here main missions 13 or geometry, exploration missions blue times 175 or a barrel, side missions green times 7 including Rossi's story 975. Okay,
If you want. So for the main mission and side quests, we're looking at a total.
What is he whispering essentially into my ear? Too quiet. Yeah, I can't turn it up. I think dude's talking quiet, but has got his gain and maybe his bass a bit high on his mic. So I think he's being aware of that and trying to drop his speaking volume a little bit. It's a little bit bass heavy. I can't do anything. I'm maxed out. Windows is pretty much maxed out. I'll give you a little bit more. Maybe that might give you a little bit more.
Order geometries. From exploration, we're getting 1,790 oro barrels and 5 ori geometry.
Okay.
From edge-based salvage, we're getting 2,370 oro barrels. For AIC specific content, we're looking at 1,070 oro barrels. From dailies, weeklies, and the protocol pack.
I am glad that they're continuing to keep holes within content like that as well, and I hope they continue to do so, because I know there still is a lot of people who are screaming for it to all be front loaded, which I don't mind a bit of front loading of pools, right? But I do want them to stay interwoven into content, because, like, you know, man, I'm the type of person, I want to have some you know, some goodies for playing the game, man. I think one thing that Enfield definitely has shown, man, people don't like playing video games nowadays.
Yes, we're looking at 10,100 oro barrels and 3 ori geometry for free-to-play players, and for people with both the monthly card and the paid battle pass, we're looking at 17,100 oro barrels and 51 ori geometry.
Okay.
So
I will say,
need to talk about
I believe the battle pass for Enfield, it's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant. If you don't have it, and you can afford to, of course, don't spend money. Hey, if you've got the attitude, I'll play these games free to play. More power to you. But if you're going to spend anything in this game, in my opinion, get the battle pass. It's such a good deal. It really is. I'd argue it's one of the best battle passes in Gacha gaming. Maybe, like, I know Limbus does a really good one, but this is a good fucking battle pass, man.
Section a little bit, because as of the time of this recording, not all of the events for 1.1 have released yet.
Yep.
And we may still receive some mails or surveys over the coming weeks.
I'd assume we will.
So to differentiate the speculative amount, I'm going to be denoting them with an asterisk and separating them from the total at the bottom with a parentheses.
Okay.
So the way the format for the total is going to work is
a bit of guesswork in here.
The currently available amount we can quantify is going to be on the left without parentheses, and the speculative amount is going to be beside it within the parentheses. If you add the two totals together, it should at least provide you with a grounded baseline for determining the amount of pool currency you're getting. Feel free to...
So what's that? 9,200 with the speculative numbers as well. 1,200, 1,100, 1,700. Then we got our tickets as well.
And the amount within the parentheses later on yourselves if you want a fully quantifiable total.
I should say 11,000,
So
sorry.
for
Did I say 1,000?
events, we have
11,000.
a total of 8,100 oro barrels.
So he's making stuff up.
Non-expiring
I'd say,
tickets.
I don't even go as far to say making stuff up. I'd say it's a guesstimate. It's an educated guess, right? BP so good. Just give me my opinion. Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger.
10 expiring tickets each for
We just don't know yet,
Rossi's
do we?
banners. We're also going to be adding in a speculative 3,600 oro barrels to account for 3 events, plus 2 possible survey meals for Tong and Rossi. So yeah, based on this, if you're free to play, you're getting just enough pulls to hit soft pity on Tong, possibly enough to hit the hard pity of 80, depending on how mails and events turn out. but it's probably likely you'll need to augment with some leftover pull currency from 1.0. You'll need about 44 pulls or 22,000 origeometry left over from 1.0 to guarantee Tong Tong. Less if you want to use origeometry, but personally I just save that for future possible skins or other items they may want to introduce.
You know, when it comes to the origeometry and skins, obviously I ain't going to tell people, and I might be wrong, right? I wouldn't expect you to be able to get skins through your origeometry, or at least it's going to be, I don't know, because how much you can kind of stack now, you know? And I think there's probably a lot of people saving it. And I just, with a game like this, where it's going to take a lot more to make skins, and we're going to get a lot less of them. And they even said in that one interview that that is not anything they're even thinking about at the moment, which I'm sure it's going to come. It's like, you know, I'm just kind of, I'm assuming it's going to be straight up a paid thing, right? That you're not going to be able to stack these. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Introduced to the shop. There should be enough pulls present in the patch.
Like,
as a free
I am not, I haven't spent a penny of my origeometry yet, but I'm honestly not keeping it for that. I'm just stacking it up to get the second tier of the battle pass each time, so that always ends up getting you extra and like emergency pulls, right, if needed.
to play to hit hard pity on Rossi if you use the expiring pulls from Tong Tong's banner to push the pity counter, but not enough pulls to hit the guarantee.
That's risky business,
You'll
huh?
need about 34 pulls left over from 1.0 to guarantee Rossi. Again, less if you want to use the order geometry.
Oh, that's enough, I think. It's probably not far off, right? But we are into heavy conjecture side of things here. I think we really are into a heavy conjecture side of things. Like, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's bang on the money, but I don't know. We need to wait. We need to wait, I think, don't we? We need to wait. We'll have to see now. We don't even have skins yet, and it might be here until we get any. Agree. Most of the time we get this info in other gachas is using test server content. True, easy. What's going on as well? Welcome to the stream. I'll be saving my overgeometry for future Yvonne skins. Too much making shit up with hypotheticals. Stick to what's true and what. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's fair. It's fair. Now I believe you can use your shiny rocks for them, but they will be expensive, like 30 to 50 shiny rocks. You reckon? Maybe. I think maybe like we might see a situation where it's like, I don't know. Maybe certain ones can be bought with it and other ones are just straight up, you got to pay. Maybe. I don't know, man. Or maybe like they'll be straight attached to Barrel, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like it seems like it might be too good to be true for that to happen. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, we'll see. I don't know how many I'm sitting on at the minute. But if that's the case, and we did find out that was the case, I'll be all right. Geometry is like a rare currency you can use it for the BP. It's mostly emergency weapon banner pulls for a character. You need to be lucky with your 1.0 pulls to guarantee Rossi and not have enough for a weapon. See, like, I'm okay because I didn't pull on the banner. I've still got plenty of pulls to grab. I'm sitting on a guarantee. I can guarantee Rossi and a weapon. Like, I'm fine because I don't know how many pulls I'm sitting on at the minute, but I'm sitting on more than enough to guarantee her. I've got about 8,000 Arsenal tickets because I did use some. So like once I start pulling for Rossi as well, that's going to inflate quite a bit unless I get her super early. So yeah, you know, I'm not too worried there, to be fair. But that's because I didn't pull at all on the 1.0 banner, so I'm not exactly in the typical situation that most people are. You know what I mean? 6-star skins paid, 5-star skins and below with your geometry. Maybe. I just don't think we're gonna get like. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Like, it's a different game, right? It's so much easier to produce skins for Arknights, right? It's just, I would imagine the cost ratio is just tiny in comparison to something like Endfield, right? So like just the rate that we're going to get them and the cost, and I just like, you know, I'm still quite surprised how Willard hasn't gone harder on skins either. You would have thought they'd have been pumping out more skins You know, I feel like they could have got a few more skins out, couldn't they? Story of my life. Get lucky with operators, not have enough. Yeah, it's that one gacha, is it, where you hope you go a bit further into your pull cycle, don't you, with your character? In any case, I'm going to pull on Rossi Banner, 30 pulls total. Like, I don't care about PTK until 6-star ops. You're gonna run the gauntlet, yeah? You're gonna run the gauntlet. Guys, it's my progress slow when I am at level 56 now, and ever discover level 11 of Valley 4 and level 4 of Wuling, so we're not done yet. No, I haven't finished 1.1. I haven't finished 1.1. I'm like level, I'm around there, 56, 57, 58-ish. It really, like, slows down, doesn't it, your account level when you get to those sort of areas. I've still got plenty of side missions to do in Valley 4. Still got loads of stuff to do. I'm just taking my time, man. This is one of those games for me. I know people hate to hear it because it's a gacha game. You should strip mine content as fast as possible, right? I've been taking my time with Endfield. I've probably missed a few days of logging in. I've been logging in. I've been doing my dailies. And then I've just been taking it slow with content. I've honestly been taking it slow. I've been treating it a little bit more like just, I guess, not so much a single player game, but like not my typical gacha experience. Like with Wuthering Waves, it was like content dropped, rushed through it, got it completed within the first couple of days, and then fucking got bored of logging in for the rest of the month, right? That was kind of what I did. And then events would drop and I'd hate them and I'd be pissed at the game. But like taking it a little bit slower, I've been enjoying it more. I don't know. Maybe I would see the game differently if I'd rush through the content. It's fair to say. Maybe I wouldn't be as soft on the game potentially, right? Because obviously I'm cognizant of this game. It's not perfect. It's definitely not. I imagine it's a matter of just getting the pipeline up and running. Girls Online 2 puts out at least 2 skins each patch. Arknights is such a crack game in terms of maintenance cost. I'm barely above you and do the daily since you release. You've done most of the main story and side quests. Take your time. Yeah. Nah. Keep doing what you're doing, Firefly. Keep doing what you're doing. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. That's the problem sometimes in the gacha space. I think, even if the game doesn't push you to FOMO content, right? Like, going online does, right? Like, obviously these games are designed to make you want to do stuff on a daily basis. Oh shit, I've got to do this or I'll miss out and I've got to do that. But like, you come on YouTube and it's dialed up to 10 because everybody's like, well, I've done this and I've done that. And fuck me, man. You don't even like the game if you ain't done this. And you're like, I really like the game though. Just take it at your own pace, man. As long as you're having fun. It's a great game to take it slow. I agree. I think so more than most gachas. I'm finding it. Like another game that I'll go back to like that's Reverse 1999. But yeah, I feel like I can take my time with Endfield personally. I'm at 58, only just leveled up before entering the stockade. Doing players a disservice to rush to beat everything. Agree. It's a major reason why people say there's nothing to do. True. And I think that goes for a lot of gacha games now. Some gacha games are a little bit thinner on top of content, right? But yeah, I think that's fair. I'm expecting no skins at all until year 2, perhaps. Nobody besides ZZZ's probably get skins in their space. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything at least in the first year. You might be right as well. I think it's going to take a while. I only think I tried to rush his story so I don't get spoiled. That's fair. That's fair. Not gonna lie, I'm glad I can take Enfield slow because I don't have a lot of time at the moment on other games I'm playing. Nice. What's going on, Kino? Yeah, there's definitely a Amiga farm mode to be caught up in on. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yo, Ark, what's going on? I already cleared basically almost everything in Enfield except edge space since I didn't touch it at all. So yeah, that's one thing. I've got one right side umbral monument to get the trim, and that's you know, the one where there's like they increase their attack over time. I fucking hate that stage. Not that it's like obscenely hard. Like I've only tried it a couple of times on the agony side of things, but I just don't like it. I don't think that's a fun instance personally. The others I actually enjoy for the most part. And I've still got to finish Headspace as well. So yeah, I'm with you. I already cleared basically almost everything in Enfield except Headspace. Oh yeah, I've just read that. On a different note, did you guys see Cookie Run Kingdom is making their own Genshin? I saw something about that. I haven't seen it though. I saw Pharos talking about it, but I only like saw about 30 seconds of the video. I was out while I clicked on it. I was like, well, I'll watch that later on. I never got around to watching it. I'm only missing some chests, maybe like 50. Skipping the supply event. I really don't want to feel forced to pick 50 of every type of flower. That's fair. I got so bored that I cleared Headspace as well, and it's tragically bad. Yeah, like, the thing for me is I don't think I hate Headspace as much as you guys do, But I think the thing for me, it might be worse for me with Etch Space, because I'm not saying you guys can't see potential, you know, I'm not saying that, but like, I see, and it's my vision, right? It's what I think it could be. I've got this, like, such cool ideas of what Etch Space could be that it hurts even more, if that makes sense. Because I think it could still be fucking sick. Is it the standing enemies? I think so. It's where you got the 4 dudes, and then you clear them, and you go on to, like, the fucking venom spitting things, right? You know? And they just gradually increase attack. It's just not fun, because it's just like, I'm just hacking stationary enemies. I don't like it. I might ironically try that Cookie Run game. It actually looks kind of good to queue. Alright, fucking send me a link, man. Somebody send me a link. I need to look at this now, yeah. I need to look at this. I don't particularly hate Edge Space, but it's definitely undercooked, agree. And that's, yeah. I don't think anybody can argue that, right? It's definitely undercooked. It's a what if, right? It's literally a what if. I know some people see Enfield as a what if. I don't, but Edge Space is definitely a what if. You know, it's a maybe. It's a potential. It's who knows. We'll wait and see kind of thing, right? Yeah. Somebody ping me. Oh, nice. Ken's on fire. Ken's on fire. All right, let's have a look at this then. Cookie Run New World official cinematic trailer. I've never played Cookie Run Kingdom. Never played it. So, yeah, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is that a slice of cake dog? The old Twitter logo. And dog's gonna struggle running forward. Oh, is him on the same side? Is there any gameplay going around? Is that a churro? Is that butter on the mushrooms? Okay. Is this a Swiss roll? So, I obviously, I guess it's in the name, Cookie Run. I've never played Cookie Run, right? I don't think I've even really watched proper gameplay of it. So, is everything made of food? Is that what it is? Strawberry dog cake? Okay, that was kind of funny. I just noticed the dog jumped into like the slice of cake and became part of the whole. That's kind of cool. So is it an open world game then? Cookie Run New World. I'm assuming there's no gameplay, right? There's no gameplay. I'm assuming there's no gameplay. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything. I think there's just that trailer, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yo, look, you know me. I'm always down for a bit of cutesy art style. I'm not one of those people that turns my nose up at a visual style of a game. I'm interested. I'm interested. Damn, I'm curious. So what, you know, Cookie Run? What the fuck is the deal with Cookie Run then? Is it like a temple run type game? I've never fucking played the game. I am. It's alright, not for me. It's not going to be for everybody, is it? It's not going to be for everybody. Says console release too. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. It's an auto battler. Ah. What, like a TFT or something? All right, let's quickly watch this Forza video then, and we're gonna get into it, guys. All right. Yeah, there was this as well. Warframe's chat has been killed, but I think as just if you haven't got whatchamacallit, age verification. All right, let's check this out then. Let's check this out then, shall we? From Hoki Hoshi, Forza Horizon 6's new customization isn't what I expected. Now, what I might have actually watched a video from this person before. I think I might have. This is different for me. You've never really seen me talk about racing games on the channel, but I'm actually looking forward to Forza Horizon 6, and we might be playing it with some other gacha content creators at some point, if that goes through. But I do like Forza, so let's see what the deal is with this video. Preemptive like, let's check it out. Let's go. Yo, that dump valve sounded like a grenade.
New customization in Horizon 6. There are some really good features and updates here. Some things I was not at all expecting, and some things we knew a little bit about from the Dev Direct, but got a lot more detail on in this newest customization deep dive from IGN. However, we also got a closer look at the new Forza Aero.
Is it set in Japan this time? Is that what it's set?
And it's worse than I had hoped. This is going to be a very kind of off-the-cuff video, just rambling about the IGN coverage from today, so apologies if it's not super well organized or if I missed something. But that aside, let's jump in and talk about some of the new tools we have to customize our cars in Horizon 6.
Okay.
So we did see a glimpse of this in the Dev Direct, but it is so nice to see in full detail the ability to put decals on windows. So this is something we've all been wanting for ages. It's obviously such a major part of customizing a car. I mean, the two decals on my real sports car are on the rear passenger window and a windshield banner.
Nice.
I've never been able to recreate those in Horizon. This is one of those features that might seem like a small...
Actually, I'll tell you after the video.
Or quality of life thing, but it is going to add so much variety to the liveries and customization as a whole. I mean, just being able to put on a simple windshield banner is massive. But then we also have the ability to throw
I always wanted a fucking Mitsubishi Evo 6, 5 or 6 growing up, or even a 7. Man, seeing them drive around my area as a kid, it was just like, dude, I need one of them.
Rear and side windows, or seemingly are able to place stuff all over the windshield, like being able to do the very popular drift style thing of putting a video option sticker in the corner of the glass. It's a small thing, but like also a really big thing.
That's the thing, isn't it, with customization, especially when it comes to car stuff, and any customization really. Small little details might seem like small little details, but they add, don't they? And they really are kind of important. It's like quality of life updates for a game, right? On their own can be incredibly small, but when you start to put them together as a whole, it makes a big change, doesn't it, man?
Have kind of all the functionality I hoped it would have is really nice. When we saw that small glimpse in the Dev Direct, I was a bit worried we might like only be able to put stickers on the rear windows or only a banner for the front and rear. But from what we're seeing, you can kind of cover everything, and giving players that freedom is...
I did have stickers in my window of my VW Polo back in the day as well.
Awesome. Although you should definitely expect to see a lot more lighting.
Bro, I stripped the interior out in my VW Polo back in the day because it was like a sort of like cherry red. It was sick, man. I got big fucking wide rims on it, big ass exhaust on it. It was a gorgeous car actually, and I took the interior panels out around the radio and in the door and everything and painting them so they matched the outside of the car. Every Sunday, I'd be tea-cutting my car and polishing my rims to go up Merrill because I was a little boy racer. Like, man, I say every Sunday. At one point, we was up Merrill nearly every day of the week to get to the car cruises. It was good times, man. It was good times. Yo, Neo, what's going on, dude?
Tokyo. On a similar note, we also just heard that they added a handful of new paint finishes, including one of my all-time favorites, candy paint. So we saw that instead of just having a standard metal flake, they added metallic low flake, high flake, and glitter. So we have some more choice there, and I love paints with a little bit of flake, so I will probably get some heavy use out of that low flake metallic finish, especially for some like classic JDM cars. So great to see there. Again, one of those small changes.
Bro,
that's
that rad on the outside was sick.
A lot more variety. And then we also get candy paint. I will always remember as a kid seeing a candy apple red RSX in a magazine back in like 2005 or so, and just falling in love with it. It's always been such a cool look.
You know, one of my favorite colors was it argon blue. Like the thing that made me really fall in love with it was Astra, Voxel Astra VXRs. Like you guys in Europe, it'd be Opals, right? Astra VXRs in the argon blue. I freaking love that, man.
Rare to see a finish like that in racing games. I really wish we got a better look at it. I wish we saw all the finishes a bit more in that video, but it's nice to know that we have those as options now. All right, now before we talk about Forza Aero, they did spend a lot of time covering some of the new Forza Edition cars, and from what we've seen, these are amazing. It looks like they've put way more effort into making these cars unique and separate from their normal counterparts, which is how an FE car should feel. Also, these new Forza Edition plates are so sick. I didn't even think this would be a thing. I'm just so used to the black and gold we've had for a while now, but these look great. Also, I do see a hint of green on that lettering. Are these going to be glow in the dark? Please let these be glow in the dark. On the topic of plates, they also did mention that K cars will get yellow plates and motorcycle engine swaps too, which is fun. They reiterated that you will be able to put different wheels on the front and back of every car, as well as mentioning 100 more wheels being
I'm looking forward to this, actually.
They also said there'd be some more wide body kits and showed off the
I'm all about cool grey. I want a satin or shit. Do you know what? I like gunmetal grey. I do. I like gunmetal grey as well.
Traction details on head and tail lights, which do actually look really nice. We know from GT7 that good headlights do a lot to make a car model look really good. So it's nice to see Horizon
big part of the car, isn't it?
There too. They also
spent the front end
talking
dominating
about
part of the car.
Customizable garages, which I'm not going to spend much time on in this video, but this feature is so cool to me. It was one of the biggest surprises from the Dev Direct. I was so excited about it, and this deeper look basically confirms everything I had hoped. These are going to be fully custom garage spaces where you can move and place any prop and even move
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
I like that. Wherever you want in the scene. I love it. No notes. Okay, let's talk Forza Aero. So we've had the same front splitter and rear wings for over a decade now across most of the Horizon games, and they have never looked good, but they have also continued to age more and more poorly as the very dated models, especially for the rear hatch and sedan wings, have just gotten older and older and now look so out of place on the vast majority of cars in the game. They just aren't good looking parts. The end plates on the sedan wing just don't look good, and the hatch wing is too big, too boxy, and too...
They're a Golf R. All of them, dude, I do. Fucking rapid as well.
Thin. So when we heard and saw a glimpse of the new Aero, I thought to myself, okay, they know we all hate the...
I'm not gonna lie, man. This is going to bring out the old school boy racer in me. This is still one of my favorite like racing games today, just purely for the boy racer side of things. Was Need for Speed Underground 2. Shit was fucking fire, man.
Aero, this is something they're going to put some time into, something they will focus on.
I was a proper boy racer back in the day.
In a meaningful way. Unfortunately, to me, that has not happened. And I feel like they just dropped the ball on what I think anyway would have been some really easy wins. To start with the front aero, I will say that the new splitter itself does look really nice. The Forza badge on the center is a cool touch. The fact that they're now molded to the body lines of the car instead of just being an amorphous oval jutting out of the bumper is very good. The new adjustment struts also look nice. The carbon pattern and like the edging or the bevel, I guess, of the lip itself is really good. It's a good looking part. On top of that, the tow hook is now paintable, which is something. At least you can make it black so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. However, this is where we get to one of those fumbled easy wins. I thought for sure that we would at least see them split these parts into different options.
Oh, is it, Neil? Gunmetal grey favorite colour.
The splitter, or run the splitter and tow hook without the canards, or the splitter and canards without the tow hook, or all three. The work is already done. The models are already there in place on the car, so why would they not let us pick and choose which parts we want to install instead of forcing them all into a packaged deal?
Is that still the case?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's harder than it seems, but to me, it feels like that should have been an easy slam dunk to give players a lot more control over their build.
Agreed.
Now let's move to the back of the car. Simply put, this new wing doesn't look that good to me. It definitely looks better than the old one. I'm not going to shy away from saying that. This actually somewhat fits on this GR86, and at the very least, it's like something different. I'm just
kind of ugly,
tired of looking at that old wing so much, so anything else is an improvement in a way, but this feels like a weird improvement. For one, the swan neck mounting style is not very common in the real world, and while I think it works fairly...
I'm going to say it's true, actually. Yeah, you don't tend to see that mount, really, do you? I'm saying I haven't seen one, but it's like, not often. To be fair, it's like this sort of modifications anyway now. You just see less and less, like, because the way modern cars are designed now, you know, so many cars out the showroom, they're designed in a way like that, you know, the flared arches, the skirt into them, the thick, chunky bumpers, the sport line models, you know, whether it's like M or S or whatever it might be, AMG lines and stuff, you know, RS lines and that, you know, a lot of cars have got like that sports model of them, where like back in the day, that's what I'm saying, man. Back in the day, like car modifications was fucking sick, because like, you had the bog standard car and it was like, just get to town, you know? Just get to town, and you'd see this sort of stuff so much more back in the day than you just do nowadays.
Well on this Toyota. I don't think it's going to work on a lot of body styles that have longer and flatter trunks. It's just an odd choice to make for like a generic wing that should fit on most cars.
Yeah, okay.
Then we have the end plates. These are really odd. I've never seen a style like this in real life, and don't get me wrong, some end plates can be pretty crazy looking and there are like endless varieties of styles, but I've never seen something like this. And I wonder if that's intentional, like they had to make them look like nothing else so that nobody sued them for copying their style.
That's one thing you got to take into account, isn't it, with a lot of these games? They probably do have to be careful for copyrights and patents and stuff.
Done better than this. I just don't think these lines are going to work with really any car in the game. I mean, even on this car, the end plates look so out of place. And here's the problem. Kind of the same thing with the front arrow. It seems like we still
though, they
have
could make a better design, couldn't
choices. And again, I figured this would be a total shoe-in. Like, at
the game is you can do something. True.
2 or 3
a lot of the time when it comes to these sorts of games, obviously you want that ability to do that. But like, one of the bonuses comes in like that, you know, you can make stuff look like real life stuff that you'd never get to drive, you know what I mean, and drive it like.
Styles to swap between, but
pretty sure you can't copyright basic shapes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I suppose it comes more like a brand thing with it looking like this particular brand of spoiler, like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm not sure why they didn't just duplicate this wing, but with a couple different end plates and maybe like one other standard mounting style. Unfortunately, the new Forza Aero just feels like the absolute minimum improvement they could have made. I'm sure it's a ton of work to make new parts for well over 500 cars, but if you're going to take the time to do that work, why not take the time to really improve on it? We've gone from Aero that...
End of the day, like, well, sometimes, this is a problem, like, with Xbox games as well, is because so many of them just go through Game Pass now, is the encouragement there for them to do those sorts of things, you know? I don't know.
Looks really bad on most cars to Aero that will probably look okay on some cars. And nothing has been added here, only changed. We don't have the option to pick from a couple different styles. GT7 is still absolutely dunking.
Oh yeah, the cars, yeah, for sure.
Rear wing customization. So this video has some cool stuff in it.
It might be as well. Sometimes down to the cars. Right, the car company saying, like, you know, they only want certain things being put on the cars, right? You know, for a long time, like, a lot of games that had, like, real cars in, and still to this day, there was only, like, certain things you could do with the car in terms of, like, damage and stuff, right? Because, I don't know, Ford or BMW or VW, whatever it might be, you know, just throwing names out there, don't necessarily want to see their car being smashed the fuck up and stuff, right? All that sort of stuff's like, it's all costs with the licensing, isn't it?
New paint and livery options, the Forza Edition cars and the custom garages, but Forza Aero was something I really needed them to get right, and I feel like my expectations weren't that high, but I'm still left with a sour taste in my mouth and a sad realization that this probably won't change for another 10 years. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think about these changes, and I'll see you in the next video.
Game's looking fire, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be playing it because I've got Game Pass on PC, so I'll be checking it out, man, definitely. I think that might, yeah, I agree, Ken. I agree. I was born just after the muscle car era, so they tend to be my favourites. That's fair. There is muscle cars, though, man. Like, some American muscle cars are fucking beautiful, right? You know, like, there's cars that I'm, like, way before my time that I'm into. Like, you know, like, with cars, it's like my music, man. I like a bit of variety, you know what I mean? I do. I miss, like, hot hatches, oh, I do, man. You know, even, like, small hatchbacks and stuff nowadays are just not small. You know, it's like they re-released the Renault 5 well, I don't know if there's a turbo version because I think it might be electric, right? I don't know. Or a hybrid, I'm not too sure. But they re-released the Renault 5, right? And it's like, it looks alright, but it's just, it doesn't have the same hit because all new cars are just bigger, aren't they? They're just scaled up. Where, like, back in the day, man, you know, little hot hatches, you know, especially, like, early 2000s, fucking great driving around in, like, a fucking, you know, like a Corsa or a Saxo or a Polo, you know, little cars like that, fucking, old Golfs and stuff that, you know, like, I remember when Emma had a Golf VR6, like, that shit was fun as fuck to drive, man. So fucking cool to drive. Japanese hot hatches are still small and fun. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie as well. Some of the more modern Toyotas and Nissans as well. It's a bit disappointing in the design form as well. But yeah, what I was gonna say actually, it's actually been a good start to the week for me. Apart from obviously having to take my video down because I was started off gooning and then ended up in some sus subreddits that I'd left on my video. But we don't need to go into that. Fucking, it's been a good start to the week though, because you remember how I said it's been an expensive week for me last week, and it was to the tune of £17,000. I was helping a loved one out who got themselves into some financial issues with you know, credit and stuff, right? Called goon maxing. Well, it wasn't really, like, I'd been goon maxing, but I ended up in some subreddits that I wouldn't goon to, but they're like, some people goon to, some, you know, somebody emailed them actually, it was like based, but fucking, it's not gonna be costing me 17 grand, so that's a good thing. It cost me 13, which is still a lot, right? I paid out 10 grand to them, well, not to them, to the credit lines last week, and then 3 grand on Saturday. So that was fucking a kick in the teeth, right? Or obviously 13's better than 17, right? You know, so that's good. That was like sweet. Saved myself 4 grand. Well, it hasn't cost me as much. I wouldn't say I've saved 4 grand. It's not exactly that, right? And I've been I mentioned the other week, right, that I have a reoccurring niggling elbow issue that I've just had for years, right? And it's been playing up the last couple of months. Not bad. It's just affected my maximum benches and stuff. But I got back up to a 220 bench again today. And I'm hoping over the coming weeks, and it felt good. I wasn't in any pain, right? So I'm hoping to maybe push up to like 240 in the next couple of weeks, which obviously I know most people will be like, okay, whatever, you know. But for me, as somebody who enjoys going to the gym, right, for the longest time, I've been sitting around like that 200 mark because I've just been worried about going too much, because every time I do push myself, it's like I end up having fucking a niggle for like weeks on end that just affect my other lifts and stuff. And it's specifically bench and tricep exercise. Obviously the bench is works your tricep a lot as well. So like I've been sitting around that, like, you know, 190 to 205 sort of area, just like doing all my sets. Like today I was like cranked it up to 220 and it felt good, and I was like, fuck yeah. So we'll stick to that for like the next week or two, and if we have no niggles, then we keep going, man. Maybe we can go for a PR at some point this year. But I was happy with that today. But yo, guys, we're not going to talk about this name. We're going to talk about this at some point, though. I'm curious. I need to learn more because, obviously, there's been talk around AI in Wuthering Waves, right? I don't care, honestly. Most game companies are using it to some degree. Of course, we want to know to what degree and how that affects the content we're taking in and the people who are working on it, especially when it comes to Chinese companies. We know for a fact that they're all using it, right? They're all using it. And I spoke about this a couple of months ago, right? I showed this on stream, and I showed that, like, you know, a bunch of companies, including Wua, work with this company. You know, I think Wua is actually like a showrunner for them, if you will. But Fox has been talking about it again recently, and he's been getting clapped a little bit by different parts of the community, making out dude's just a hater for even saying it, right? But, you know, it's funny because I've started to see the conversation turning a little bit now, that it went from, how dare you even say they're using it, to now they're only using it in this degree, so it doesn't even matter. And it's like, it's interesting. I want to learn a little bit more before I talk about it. So we're going to dive into that at another point, at some point. But shout out to Fox. Yeah, to be fair, I think it might have been Fox talking about it before that made me look it up. But yeah, him talking about it again. I was like, ooh, you know what? Let's learn a little bit more about that, because dude's been getting hit out at a lot. I've been seeing his tweets and a lot of people shitting on him, right? I'm like, I remember though, they are using it. So I guess we'll learn to what degree. Going after, right, that's the thing. It didn't even like Fox talking about AI being used by them. Bro's pro AI. So it's like, the argument that, well, so what, you hating on Kuro? It's like, do you understand how much this guy likes AI? Like, the wrong guy to think that he's attacking them over the use of AI. Bro's probably like the most pro AI creator you'll find in the space. Dude loves creating music, little video clips, thumbnail stuff. Dude loves it. You know what I mean? And obviously everybody's got their own opinions on AI, right? But we've all got to accept. Pretty much all games are using it to some degree. Pretty much all corporations are using it to some degree now. It's obviously, it's where you draw the lines, I guess, right? But it's just funny that they're not using it to, well, it doesn't matter now. It's funny. When Huyo was shown to potentially be using it, the line was, you just don't use it, which I find very interesting. But anyway, shall we get into the game, boys and girls? Shall we get into the game? Get into the game, man. We've been yapping long enough. Shall we play some fucking Arknights? Play some fucking Arknights. Play some fucking Arknights. We'll get some cardio in while we play as well. Alright? We're gonna get some cardio in. Just some low level cardio. I got the sniffles today though, so if I get out of breath, not because I'm a fat lazy cunt. That's true, but that's not the reason why. Here, one. Might need to push this a little bit further in, actually. Hold up. So moving the goalposts, yeah, it's what they do best, isn't it? What they do best, bro. Alright, Thomas. No worries. Let's fuck that off. Alright then. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, everybody's been hanging out as well. I know most people come for the yappity yap. So appreciate you. Do you know one other game I've actually been enjoying a little bit recently? Skull CJ. Or should I say CJ? Has been bashing it. You know, Star Savior. I kind of like it, man. Kind of like it. Hold up, let me switch to this, because I know this does not like me using display cap, does it? Okay, that should be alright. Look at you waddle. Press with the bucket hat on. Should do the what's it, man. Hey, you're right, mate. Oh, I want to do that again. That desk treadmill. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping to have a new bike soon.
Arknights.
If this sponsorship goes through. I play because of CJ. Yo, the game's kind of fire, man. Kind of like it. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I'm not interested in the story at all. I'm just spamming through that shit. But, you know, it's one of those games that it's just like, yeah, I'm just there. Yeah. I don't know how long it'll last, but I'm enjoying it at the minute. I've got it on my phone as well. I've actually got it on my phone. Why is that not picking up? Oh. That's what. Wait, what? Oh, no, why? Shit, my bad. That should come up now.
When we face Teresa's, that will be our final curtain call.
Lone Trail returns.
No point in playing with hypotheticals. W, Hodor, closure. Those who witnessed Babel's struggle still stand united.
It is time we return to Jera to continue the epic adventures of the Doppelter. The Doppelter.
Right. Let me clam my recruitiuties. Yo, Flicks! Thank you very much for the member. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya.
Reserve up team A.
Have you tried pulling the hag yet? I haven't. No, I haven't.
Hey,
I haven't. Bro, what's that voice?
Do you not enjoy the narrator? Does this tickle your ears? Right in your ear, see? Deep in your ears. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
The name's Rope. Nice to meet you.
Wait, so long, right? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I apologize, guys. I apologize.
I'm Vanilla.
Hey, yo, good news as well. Well, I don't know how good the news is because I don't like Man City either. But Arsenal lost the fucking Carabao Cup final. Buzzing. I don't even hate Arsenal as a team. I just got one of the worst fan bases in the world. So, you know, it was like watching them lose. It's like, yeah, come on. Let's go. I fucked up my foot though, man. I don't know what I fucking done to my foot, you know.
Any place to stash
I think I'm just decrepit, lads. I think I'm just old as fuck now. So it's just like, I'm just, time's up, you know. I'm just falling apart now. Over. Just dodging coffins now, you know what I mean? You get one. Been booed. When? Shall we should we do the narrator voice when we're doing the fucking what's it? Fuck, I forgot how to get to what do you call it now? There we go. We're on CWTR 2. Well, your kneecaps are past expiry date, right? You know? Yeah, man. As somebody who like goes to the gym, I'm quite lucky in niggles. I do get a bit of a lower back pain from time to time. And obviously at the minute, my foot's fucked. I don't know what the fuck I've done for my foot. I don't know if it's too much cardio. And I'm quite lucky, man. You know? Like, I've touch wood, I've never had like a major muscle injury through training. I fucked my back up the once when I was a roofer, when I was like 20. Yeah, I've never tore a muscle, never tore a bicep or a pec or anything like that, so I'm lucky. I've never injured myself in the back with deadlifts or squats or anything, so, you know, let's hope it continues. Let's hope it continues. Okay. Oh, what are we into here? I got the gravity shit around. That music, man. It's me every time. It's me every time. Shit, what are we doing with the ball? What is this thing? Hey, hey. Stop fooling around. The enemy's near the objective. What do we do? Don't worry, I think I have a grasp of the structure here. Those rocks are called planetary debris, and we could take advantage of them. Hurlica's using them, yeah. Planetary debris only moves along a set trajectory. Gravity causes it to remain at the bottom of that trajectory. Planetary debris only moves along a set trajectory. Okay. Gravity causes it to remain at the bottom of that trajectory. I think. When stationed, the massive planetary debris will block the enemy's path. So all we need to do is change the direction of the gravity on it. Can we get it to crush the doggies? Oh, shit, yeah, we can. It's super effective. Right, planetary debris deals heavy physical damage to enemies in its path while also pushing them. Okay. Be careful, however, as planetary debris can also deal damage to our own operators in its path. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Yep, what, buddy boy? Wee, that was fun. I forgot now. Quick question. So I got the operator on the down. If I put an operator on the up, does that switch us to going up? Or do I need to take the operator off the down now? I forgot. Stand adjacent to planetary debris to attack it and charge it up. Okay. After a certain number of hits, planetary debris will be pushed in the operator's deployed direction. Oh. Oh. This takes time, but if you have operators specialized in pushing, ring sure out. Last place, I think. Okay. They've got back up. They're trying to change the direction of gravity. He's a heavy boy, yeah. I'm here, Instructor Doberman. Good timing, sure. Push that planetary debris to the right. Yes, ma'am.
Out of the way! Out of the way!
Good work. With sufficient force, you can move planetary debris directly. Path is now completely blocked regardless of which way gravity is pulling. Oh, so we can use it as a defender? So can they not get past that now? Does that act as like a block? Like a concrete block? The gravity systems here is interesting. We should investigate further and make better use of it. The battlefield is on our side now. Eliminate the remaining enemies.
I'll show them what I can do.
Let him go past first, yeah. Shit. Will that come back now? No. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah! Let's put that on there.
I will protect us all.
Do I need to take him off?
No problem. No problem.
Shit.
Signal stable. Ready for action.
I can't even undeploy him. Okay.
You'll
Let's
pay for that.
start that again. I wanted to try and hit him. Yo, Finn! Thank you very much for the member. Let's do that again. So I want to play around with that. Can I not use that to twat, bro? I can't undeploy, right? Because we're in this tutorial, right? Do I want to just take one out and put one back in? Will that do it? Could I do that?
Stay still, my prey!
If I want to send it back up? You know, could I just put a unit here, right? Pull that unit, put another unit back there to send the ball back up, yeah? Right? Surely. I've offered a dozen other levels to play around with that. Yo, I like to do it early, man. I do to get my head around it. I've got back up. I'm trying to change the direction of the gravity. Let's get short to do a thing. Get pine cone in there. We'll be laughing. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Not one step backward.
Alright, let's put it down.
Good spot.
Okay, that doesn't work, does it? Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, right, fucked up, you know.
Signal
What does this thing do?
stable. Ready
Stop taking a
for
look at the side.
action.
Oh, no.
Here I am.
Yeah, we I want to. So can I not do that then now?
Sorry. Did I
Can I not do that, chat?
mess up
Is it?
again?
I know we can. I'm sure we can play with that afterwards, right? What I'm saying, it works. So yeah, like what I'm theorizing works, right? I'm not tripping, am I? Depends on weight too. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense, though. That kind of makes sense, though. Okay. Alright, let's stop fucking around now. Let's just clear it. Like he says, we can play around with it in some other stage, can't we? Can't really. We're kind of limited to what we can do with these units, aren't we? We'll just slap gravel up there and we'll put our defender down. Back up. Alright. Get in short. Get in short. Do your thing. Harder than TR15 for pigs. Right? We're gonna pull a dead air. We're gonna be here for 45 minutes. Bye, boom.
Standing by.
Bye, me.
You'll pay for that. I will protect us all. I won't sleep on the job.
I won't sleep on the... Can I actually do that from there? That won't work, will it? I can't actually
Signal stable. Ready
literally
for
pull in,
action.
can I?
All right. There you are.
No problem.
No problem.
Mission accomplished.
Block manip is useful. Things like flag bearers can be used to alternate it by using their skill. Okay. Yeah, like in my head, I wanted to fling the ball back up and just smash him up with a ball, basically. You know what I mean? Bro, every time I hear this music, I just want to let it play, man. It's so good. So good. All right, let's go.
November 21st, 1099. 7:11 p.m. HAMHRR. Mission elapsed. Time 0003. I ain't really got a voice from my guy. Really got a voice. We could be like, who's this?
Hello? No, that says whack. That says whack.
I'm out of here. We're freezing around here. Sats keeps shutting off the heaters. Yeah, I'm always aware.
He ain't got the aura for that voice. How many complaints am I going to have to file before they realise we're here at night on overtime? He sounds like he's got a me voice. Hey, honey, what are you calling for? Hold on. I'll speak to you outside. What day is it today? 9 days out from the project deadline. Progress is looking bad for us. I won't be home today either. No. Her anniversary. Oof. Bro's like, oof. Bro, she's getting her cheek spread by some other dude, man. Straight up. Straight up. Yo, once again, shout out to Finn as well. And Flix as well for the members, guys. Sorry it's been crazy the past couple of days. I know, honey. I've been looking forward to the restaurant forever. I know. I'm sorry. The VP was touring Ryan Lab. So that egghead idiots on the board have been going insane. Forcing every project to produce interim results immediately, or else we're stall. I'm not coming up with excuses, honey. It's just, listen, I can't do today. I'll make it up to you some other time. I swear. Hello? Honey? Are you there? Been there, mate. Been there, mate. Shit. Only something would just happen. Why won't the offices blow up? Why won't goons rob a bank? Why not try mount stupid city treads that just snap in half? I think we've all been there, yeah. I think everybody's been there with their job right. Like, can't, like, the building just catch fire? I don't want anybody to get hurt, but, like, can't the office or where I work just burn down, you know? Anything?
Light gradually sinks in. The office lights are set for an all-nighter. The shadow caging in this one hittable researcher. He gives a shiver. They say snow's coming in a few weeks. Someone bumps past him out of nowhere.
Can you hear that bleep when I turn it off and on? Can you guys hear that? Okay, my fault for hopping. Sorry. Eventually, he shuffles his feet, stepping back into the high rise, just as he stifled his urge to stay outside a little longer. An irritating droning noise emits from far off. Catastrophe alarm sounded with no warning. A PA demanding evacuation echoes through the streets. The researcher subconsciously leans to hurry his gait. But suddenly, he notices everyone around him coming to a slow halt. All gazes drawn at once towards the sky. You don't think so? See if you can hear it.
It just came on. With great skepticism, he lifts his head again. Dun dun dun.
What the hell is that?
A massive toroid in sluggish revolution rises up from behind the building. In the dark, as mechanical devices unfold, the neon of the city that glares off the upper surfaces becomes one with the structure. Metal luster shining too brightly for the naked eye. It is so imposingly majestic, so imposingly elegant, it could only be the stuff of the most beautiful dreams ever dreamt. It pierces through the clouds, and inexplicably, it rises still.
Some kind of ring? Wait. Ring? What does it mean, ring? Hammer mid-flight. I'm very interested, of course. Extremely interested. Really? Well, that's swell. If our project can get Ryan sponsorship, I'll sound different.
Wait, I think you've got some areas. Yeah, the old comments in there. Actually, don't do that.
You go deaf. Really? Well, that's swell if our project can get Ryan sponsorship. What's going on as well, Grim? Take a seat, man. Anything to drink? Plain water will be fine, Justin, sir. We could do this as well. Can we do this? We got Alice.
Plain water will be fine, Justin, sir.
Please, call me Justin. Junior, even. How about some wine? War took the Gaulish Empire, but I thank the troops for leaving us the best vineyards intact. Please.
If you insist. Thank you.
Come in.
Director, your office phone has been ringing non-stop.
Tell them I'm busy.
You have some friends of yours looking for you.
Mayor Benjamin, Councilman Chris, Deputy Phil, Commander Colette. Who else?
You have Mr. Lewis, the one in charge of the industrial sec.
You sound little with that voice. Well, out.
And then petite. They say, who might you be, ma'am?
Sorry. I'll wait outside.
Don't worry about it. No secrets here. Go ahead.
Right. They appeared to be extremely unhappy with the articles you deposited at Plate 7. They were under the impression the project was a more ordinary one. Commander Collette went to Mr. Lewis, I'm afraid. All Plate 7 monitoring files will be lost by tomorrow. The Mayor and Councilman have returned every case we've sent them over the past few years and declared they'll no longer be seeking your aid for campaigns. The Deputy made some very radical statements. I hear he's got an emergency arrest warrant for the State Prosecutor and seems to be on the way here now. I've notified Defence, but we can't keep them away for long.
And here I swore we got along well enough. How fragile a friendship is, wouldn't you say, ma'am?
Justin, sir, I'm only here to ask you to invest. I don't think I should necessarily be in the loop on all of this.
Aren't you curious, Al? What could Ryan Lab have that scares these elites and bureaucrats and black suits in white gloves so badly that they crawl out of the bed in the middle of the night to get to work? Guys, if you don't watch this movie, what are you saying? What are you saying here? What are you saying? What do you mean? Can't I pull off?
These boys. I do sound a little bit small. Sound like I'm about 3'2". Would be perfect bird for sight, really. I don't know. A nano tweet, an extension lifespan forever, or something.
Nice idea. If someone came to me with a prospectus and technical prototype, you'd know I'd invest.
I am wondering a little. What you'd call me, of all people.
Have you ever heard of the Stade syndrome, ma'am?
I've seen it in the files. A rare hereditary condition, I think. Very rare, highly vital, and extremely stubborn. Sufferers aren't usually expected to live beyond 45, more than likely pass it on to their children. I assume it was Ryan Lamb that developed.
Look, not wish to win your potential sponsor over. Yes, fairy tale ending. There's a miracle cure out for Stade syndrome, and while Ryan Lab had no involvement in the research, it goes without saying that many have reaped the benefits. Pity it arrived a little late, is all. Old Justin Sr. died of organ failure from the Stade syndrome 3 days before they finalised the drug. Damn, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Blue, we're just messing around a little bit. Man, it's hard work, man. I'm having to bounce around.
Justin Sr. He must be...
Sure was. And his son Justin Jr. was informed out of the big wide blue after struggling in fear for a decade and change that he could live like a normal human. To the med. Bam. The nightmare that plagued my family was gone, like it never existed. Only later did I learn that the key element in the drug popped up when an intern researcher happened to mess up some reagents. That's fate. That's how it goes.
Well, at least you're free of the disease now.
Because of a random dumb mistake? The incapable might call it a twist of fate. And when the curtains are closed, pat themselves on the back for it even. Please don't use it on the name characters. They see it as a gift of chance. But I can't stand it. I won't stand for it. I'll have this phenomenon safe and secure in my own hands. I'll grip it. I'll control it. Damn, bro. Sounds a bit, you know. I'll dictate to it where it goes.
A catastrophe alarm? What does it have to be now? Justin, sir, we need to evacuate.
Finally.
Justin Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald Jr.
Turn off the radio. But if it isn't the Supreme Court, you finally got me.
What is your pledge? Oh, wait, what? I do need it undone.
Still turn them off. I have to run that. That don't work to the phone. That sucks. Oh, that might work to the phone.
Don't like I'm on a fucking walkie-talkie. What is your pledge? I pledge it will lead Colombia forth. What guarantees that? Is my participation not enough? Your many friends are dissuading me at this very moment. They tell me Colombian law should allow your people to continue in their unbridled ways. I don't think I've got one. Oh, and this won't work as well because I think it's got the...
Does that work? Alright, it's got the... What's it for the radio? It's on. Nah, that works. Alright, we'll have to... Oh shit, let me turn that off.
We'll have to play more of that. If a mere fondness for sending out cases of money does unbridled ways make, then what, pray tell, do Kristen's actions sum to? Justice, you told me that it's not for the protection of any sanctimonious ethics that Colombia law works. It must be the new brambles for those who make forth. I ask then, what is your verdict? If Colombia's court pales timid and weak, and I should see no reason why it deserves my tenure. My further tenure. Much obliged. Hold up. Let's have a look. What about this one? Does this work? Do I sound like I'm on the phone? Nah, kind of. It's not really good. Just makes me sound like I talk through my nose. What about this one? Oh. You can't even hear me talk with that one. That's like the worst phone ever. Alright, yeah, we'll have to figure something out. No, you sound like Contra from Fallout, you know. Much obliged.
Was that just a Supreme Court justice calling? What research are you on Rhine Lab even handling?
Easy, easy. Rhine Lab's no danger to the law. You're with the trustworthy firm.
But...
well, back on topic. About what I've been stashing in the jurisdictional care of my friends. Go pull the curtains, ma'am. You won't want to miss the show tonight. It's an intercom. Yeah.
What is that? How is something that big flying? Is that another Rhine Lab project?
I'll be honest, you're not really a qualified entrepreneur. You're a flip-flopper, scare easy, not confident enough, always second-guessing, got a habit of spending too much time on how you word things. To be frank, it's no wonder Tri-Mount and investor circles don't like you. Damn, bro. Lucky for you, none of that matters to me. Rhine Lab will buy out your power laboratory in whole. I'll provide you ample funds, and it will be seen to that is all is done to support your research endeavours to come. If Lady Luck is on our side, and one day you rise to directorship at Rhine Lab, then it's not out of the question that you might get a little section carved out for you. Just as our young Dr. Frank's got.
I don't understand. So much has happened today.
Just say yes, because Luck doesn't claim the credit here, but it has been my decision. Where the hand of Justin Jr. reaches, there is random chance no longer, ma'am. I helped the lunatic to succeed.
I understand, Director Justin. Looking forward to working with you.
And welcome to Rhine Lab family. Cheers. Yeah, that voice is kind of shit though. Hammer mid-flight. Who do we butcher next, chat? Who do we butcher next? I don't think I've got a voice for these geezers. Oh, he's the president, yeah. What about this one?
Seems you finally found it, Colonel. It's a process, eh?
We weren't anticipating Kristen, would you have another propulsion unit ready to go for Hannah? She hid the whole contraption under a garbage heap. Now she sailed the damn thing through Tri-Mount's airspace like she owns it. This is all my fault.
No point in taking the blame now, Colonel. Things are all headed for the worst case.
Hammer is still flying for Shaft. Bound for its other service with the ETA of 20 minutes. Based on what the manual's saying, it'll be hovering within about 5 clicks of the shaft, which gives it maximum odds of taking down any ground target from its angle of drift. But of course, Arc 01 is no suitable position to launch attacks or counter enemy positions right now. Their plans never extending beyond the demonstrated feasibility with Tri-Mount. I think that's too
beastie, right? It's a little bit too beastie, that is. That would
not it play work better with him. I think that works better for Blake, right? I think that works better for Blake. But Shaft's getting a lot of attention.
5 clicks at altitude is something the average aerial unit just can't do. Your considerations were all comprehensive outside of that blindsiding.
We're dispatching specialist drones from the district capable of higher altitudes. We still need more time. Meanwhile, we have every regular drone allocated to Tri-Mount already on liftoff. They'll interfere with Hammer's continued descent as best they can.
effects look to be limited. Seems the military gave this ring thing some sturdy armor. I thought these mainlanders' drones were advanced to Columbia as is. Outstanding work. Medals for all the generals, I say. We're gonna win. You'll be sick of winning. They're gonna win so much, you won't want us to win anymore. You'll be like, Donald, can we stop winning? I can't take it. The DOD is a hell of a lot resting on this.
No point in taking the blame now, sir. What's important is you get the situation back into your hands.
Into our hands, Colonel. Personally, I understand the pitch the army is making, ever since the Bolivar debacle. Your people have been mighty eager to get back on the stage. But we're all Colombians, aren't we?
As he's saying, when I enlisted, I pledged my loyalty to Colombia. Christians still won't contact us, and won't respond to any hails from us either. These aren't the actions of an opportunist or kidnapper, but if this is a bluff by the military, we can't say anything for sure. All we can be thankful is, no matter what she intends to do, the shaft is under our control, and the way it's been, she has no way to...
He's right. Oh shit.
Sorry, Mr. Vice President. Let me proceed.
Colonel, it seems your people have some urgent news for you.
It's me. I'm the Vice President. Right. Charging? Haven't we been in total control of the shaft this whole time? Can we shut the whole shaft down immediately? You can't. What do you mean you can't? How hard can it be to find the goddamn switch or breaker or whatever it is and flip it? Play the wires, kill the power source, do whatever it takes. I don't care what facilities need damage. What? You're telling me you've done everything you can and the shaft has only failed to shut down? Its goddamn energy readings are still climbing? Bring every ounce of explosive we have in Troynites. Blow that thing to Kingdom Come.
It's already charged, and if you blow it up, the energy dissipation will level the entire city, Colonel. That's what mainland agents are telling me. You've got a crafty one in your hands. Huh.
She's out of her goddamn mind. How much does she hate Colombia? What is she up to? Hold on. I can think of one possibility. The district. It's the district. If Hammer's angle deviates far enough, it's probably going to threaten Max DC. Their beloved presence is still situated there. Kristen, she intends to destroy the heart and the brain of Colombia. We have to evacuate all personnel in the district immediately.
Don't worry, Colonel. The president just told me we're trying. Our forces in the district are mobilized, and General Barry is taking charge of the defense there. She's promised me she'll protect the president with her life.
General Barry?
I guess you didn't hear. She's just being promoted. Carry on with your mission, Colonel. Columbia still needs you in this dire hour. Anything else?
No, nothing. I swear I'm going to put an end to this insanity personally.
Don't overwork yourself.
If you'll excuse me.
Well, these orders do you, Mr. President? I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure about this. Still, I won't question your judgment. I understand. I'll head out at once.
Alright, my bad. My bad.
You see that? What is it? It's that what the press is after. Sure is a high-flying bastard. Where's it heading?
I can't.
Can't ruin her. I can't ruin her. Out of the city. By appearances, an energy accumulation device.
Out of the city? The shaft? What did the Colonel call those things? Arc 01? Hammer? What the hell is that mad scientist thinking? What the hell is that mad scientist thinking?
Idealism, obsession, curiosity, initiative. It's a trend that scientists are tied to these qualities. Silence will admit, as a scientist herself, as a former Rhyme Lab employee, that when she first caught the tremendous megastructure rise into the sky, she felt a faint tug on her heartstrings, and a mortifying sense of pride. This company she once struggled for was creating, had created, a wonder of the land, but the sky. She should by all rights bask in it, shouldn't she? Deception, calculation, sacrifice, conspiracy. She quickly comes to realize what this marvel was built upon.
Control. System right.
As an ordinary researcher, she never had too much contact with Kristen. That's, at most, a glimpse or two of the Rhine Lab control during wrap-up conferences at the end of the year. She still remembers the look in Kristen's eyes. In her eyes, there was only one thing.
Scientists must think about one thing, and one thing only, and that is how to accomplish it. A scientist's sole responsibility is to push science to progress. That alone is more than enough to exhaust us. And where is that progress lies? Whenever Columbia's waste sees rain, the vegetation quickly turns to overgrowth. Whenever people hand down decisions from high perches dictating what plants are of use and what should be disparaged as weeds, it never sits well with me. We need to admit, no matter what, that should not be described as progress.
Crystal knows like her. Also wear the same guise as her. They all lay claim to their vision, their direction, as the way the science progress should orientate. She wouldn't dare each. I am here, Jeevers. She wouldn't dare. She understands the secret to the illusion control, the lucid control, but she understands the rest of them, the respective costs of their journeys forward. It will define progress, which we will watch over it. Hasn't it seen too many sacrifices beneath its heels?
I'm being an Oblivion NPC, you know. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. I do apologise if this is ruining for you. I'm sorry. Science must progress, of course. I am a researcher myself. I sympathise as such. But we must be aware of the nature of the costs therein. We must be aware that science does not solely serve personal ideals, nor obsessions.
Is that a drone? Researcher, what are you doing? I don't want to trouble with you, and the guys in charge don't need your help anymore, so you ought to... Hey, we're talking to you. The hell is she up to? The key. Your car key. She stole one of their cars. Is she insane? Shit, we need to...
Silence! Silence! Oh, hitting the leg day, but don't want to stop reading Lone Trail.
Where'd the girl come from? This is a military exclusion zone. What the hell are you doing?
Move it. Knocked out. That's a noise I make. Give me your car key too.
Do you know how to drive, young lady? Maybe you need me to...
Shut up. I've got this under control. Just to confirm, left one is a brake, right? That's hard work bouncing between them boys. I have to keep looking to make sure I'm going to the right one. Okay. Okay. All right, then. Let's have a look at how this goes, then, boys. Let's have a look at how this goes. I need more than that. Well, that's a good position for her, actually. What's Buddy doing up here? It's gonna be too late, yeah. Too slow. Wait, hold up. Oh, shit.
They only run right behind you.
I fucked up.
This execution is not worth witnessing.
So now, if I took somebody on down, will it switch to down? Or do they have to be of a greater weight than Entelekia?
Air's burning my lungs. Temp's just right.
She tells Silence to shut up. Silence! Silence! Could have done with some more ground units, couldn't I, really? Fast redeploy would probably be quite useful as well, wouldn't he? You know? Can you put... Yeah, it makes sense. I'm curious.
They only run right behind you.
Get what you deserve.
I'm guessing I need to pull her then, yeah. I'm gonna shoot, yeah, okay. I have to shoot, so yeah, fast redeploy would really be useful then, wouldn't he? Actually, really would. Actually, would be very useful, to be fair. Get over on heels on, bro. Beck. Beck. If I make it back in one piece. What do I sound like? I was Italian.
If I make it back in a one piece. Just the one.
Was this one in? Oh, yeah. Oh, nah, let's do it.
Yeah, turn that off. Yo, yeah, we still E1. Still E1, baby. All day, every day. All day, every day. I'm wasting my defenders, man. I'm not wasting my defenders, but whatever. Probably a bit of lazy action. That'll work. This video is sponsored by you.
They only remember follow me into the shadows.
I've been in plenty of events. Triple flames, scorch the heavens, the furnace. How did the rest go? Who cares? What?
These guys get clapped up over here.
Mission accomplished.
I quite like this mechanic, actually. I quite like this mechanic. I am, yes. I am on a mini treadmill.
There's Alex. Or for Calcit. Doctor, we need to relieve him immediately. Nah.
We can't do Calcit like that. We can't do Calcit like that, can we? I found Kristen's energy source. Things aren't yet irredeemable. The worst case possibility I anticipate has not yet come to pass. We still have a chance to stop her. What's the doctor sound like? Oh, ish.
What's the sarcophagus doing here? That's what the doctor sounds like. I'll fuck humans up and I'll chill with the war boys. Because that's what we do. Because I'm the doctor.
Christian plans require mass amounts of energy, the scale and purity of which are both beyond any modern Terran's grasp, or even their imagination.
So, she's exploiting the sarcophagus's tech?
The sheer vastness of this energy is more than a sarcophagus can provide too. The doctor's an orc.
So what is she?
I said more than a sarcophagus. I hadn't anticipated there being in Colombia. Buried right beneath these wastes. Doctor, I need your help. And your help is all I have. But Rosmontis? Combat has concluded. You won't be in danger. I ask you, have faith in her. She may still be a child, but she's nevertheless a Rhodes Island elite operator. And I ask you, have faith in the time you've spent with her. Whether the operation in Chernobog or her days abroad, Rhodes Island, not one past moment has been for note. And these experiences likewise mould her even now. She will make her own choice, and we can only respect that choice. But, right now, as if it falls to her, so it falls to us too. What have I got something that could work for the doctor?
Please. I'm the doctor. I eat monsters that come in my blue box. There. Let me 2 seconds. Where we go out. I don't think I've got anything that couldn't work for the doctor.
If I've got anything. Got any more, What's Stephanie sound like?
Hello. Wait, Karen. Hi, I'm Karen. Okay, I kind of like Karen. Could Karen with Calcite? Doctor, I need you yap for 4 hours. Listen to what I've got to say. You might fall asleep by the end of it. But I'm going to say it anyway. Don't know it'll work.
What about Claudia? Claudia could work. Ooh, who could Claudia be for? Yama Hatsune Miku. What's his name?
Hello? Okay, that's fucking...
Mile? It was Mile.
Sorry, it's too much fun to mess around with this. I need to stop. I'm getting carried away. Alright, I'll stop. Now at upper shaft. Hammer now at upper shaft. Don't eat monsters. Manta! Incredible. I've always wondered how you'd learn to fight so well. Busy with all those research projects. And I thought I made efficient use of my time. You never sleep.
What are you doing here? Ferdinand.
Yeah, that did work.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what word, Ferdinand. You took the words right out of my mouth, Saria. After forcibly entering a Trimation military spec ops bureau, what could you possibly be doing? Let me guess. You want to find something to chase after that airborne gizmo? Maybe hijack a heavy-duty army drone and tie yourself onto it, for example? Or is that you thinking a little too simple, Director Saria? I never took you for the impulsive type. Shit, I forgot which one.
There's only one.
Son? Out of the way. Ferdinand, now is this...
The Karen, shit I forgot. Enter the way, Ferdinand. I have no time to argue with you right now.
Would you look at that? How sad. The only 3 well-defined scientific investigations doesn't count. The only 2 directors' control left out of their incredible master plan just happen to have gathered here. What do you want to do? Stop the madwoman? Or save her?
I have no need to tell you anything.
I assure you, I don't mean to criticize your relationship with Kristen. I was just waiting for you. Listen, Saria, I'm not here to get in your way.
I said, out of the way.
And I said, listen. Bro's been smoking that cigarette for fucking ages, man. That is a great brand of cigarettes, man. It's like the never-ending cigarettes.
That's the sound of an aircraft. Ferdinand, where is that one from?
The Horizon Arc project isn't just that super weapon Kristen's floating through the air. It's a complete strategic program. I tapped into some connections to borrow an aircraft they used to service Arc 01 and blew up the rest while I was at it. Let me be clear. Look across all of Colombia and you'll find very few passenger aircraft safely able to fly near the barrier altitude. They won't need much time to scramble high altitude craft from the district, but for you and for me, that time is more than enough.
You're proposing a collaboration? You believe that you're seriously qualified for this?
There's the same old Sari I know. As though you'd have the ability to quell every single problem, even if I wasn't there to help. Yeah, what's going on, Mosma? Would be mercy if half the boys weren't super sculpted. True. I suppose, like, with some of them, I think I can tweak
them right, like, this. I think I can, obviously, the more I bring it down, it'll sound like me. You know? What about that? Fuck you, Ferdinand. That sounds a bit too much, isn't it? But all the well. Yeah, that I'm a bit scuffed. Plus, I can't voice that. So, yeah.
But I don't have a single shred of doubt about this. In your own words, there is no reason we should clash. Hammer has reached the shaft's aerial space, and the shaft has begun accumulating energy. If we let this situation unfold as is, and no matter what Kristen's up to, this will end with the Department of Defense is exposed to the winds of scrutiny. But I'm sure we all know how Rhine Lab as an accessory to it will end up.
And whether it be as a clandestine military proxy, or a former director of Rhine Lab, you'll be finished, Ferdinand. Exactly.
Oh, exactly. We slipped up, but I'm not about to give in. We can still make it in time. We can bring Hammer back down again in a safe descent before the energy excitation, and then there will be room to pull everything back.
And is it your life you're looking to redeem? Or Rhine Lab?
Does it matter?
You have to be franker than that, Ferdinand. You've been ready with this aircraft. You've been anticipating that Kristen could get this far.
Here, I thought the busy work at Defence had ground all the way away all your researchers' insight. My shaft is also accumulating energy. Still, I've been ready for less time than you think.
Do you honestly believe this adventure of yours will rescue anything?
If you didn't think so, then why would you be here? Do you know what feeling has struck me deeper than anything else lately? I feel like nobody cares about Rhine Lab's reputation. Everyone else is either out to see what research funds Rhine can get them, or their only interest in is what Kristen's doing. You may have considered how Kristen leaves the picture, but have you considered what will become of the company afterwards? Yes, I know you've all been captured by her charm and charisma. With a little soul searching, I have to wonder if I wasn't too. Of course I was. But Rhine Lab is ours, of the blood we shed. I can't accept her setting fire to everything that I gave the sweat of my brow for, no matter what reason drives it. So I can swallow being a tusk beast of the military, because I want to pull Rhine back from the brink. Is that so wrong?
I never thought I'd see you telling me this sort of thing.
They're very Director of Defense-like words, aren't they? Frankly, I should be getting a cut of your salary for it.
I'm no longer the Director of Defense.
Fine. Once the dust settles on all this, I'll talk with Jera about getting a raise.
You'll need to be re-employed first.
Still, you were right about one thing. Rescuing Ryan is far from my only aim. I need Ryan, and Ryan needs me. That's my assessment, born of reason and emotion. However, to put it bluntly, I'm curious. This is Kristen we're talking about. We know Kristen. The army wants to think she's out to blow something up, which is stupid. After working with her for so long, we know what kind of woman she is. And of course, you would understand her better than I ever could. Faria, tell me straight. What's going on in that brain of hers? How far is she going to take this?
I can conjecture.
Conjecture? Very cautious terminology. Go on then. Are you conjecturing or not?
Those drones currently on the attack path may be unable to pierce Hammer's armor for the time being. They cannot reach its altitude of horror. But shooting down this mountainous aircraft of yours would be simple enough for them. My guess is the military mainlander are deploying even greater firepower right now. Specialist drones capable of even higher altitudes, even landing craft to convey troops. Their involvement in the front line is only a matter of time. We need to get your little craft with near to no armor and not a single weapon installed straight through a net and prong fire.
This definitely carries a little risk.
Oh, pilot.
Suit yourself. Are you actually able to run this thing though?
I learned once in college.
Hammer altitude, 3,000 meters. Has it just been continually going up, or is it just chilling now? I didn't notice the last height check. It seems like the transmitter response has started growing stronger. Should be right around here. Instead.
Any more extra? Silence. My name's Silence. Naked Rip. I'm Silence.
Look at this up. Still no good. Energy readouts completely blanked.
You can't stop him?
Not the thing's blown past max display capacity. There's nothing in the manuals for this.
Then to hell with the manual. I want solutions, damn it.
No. The entire facility's energy supply line should be cut by now. All of them. It's energy. Where the heck is it coming from?
So you're telling me this energy is enough to turn us to ash with just one lick? It's just coming out of thin air?
The burden is on you to prove that hypothesis.
Shut up and keep giving me solutions, or I'll hurl you straight in there.
Let me give it another once over. Pipelines, switches, energy nodes. Is this the son of a bitch going to explode on us? All right, we're gonna speed it up now. We'll stop banging through all the voices because it's taking too much concentration to make sure I'm on the right one. The manual says, I think in general terms, current accumulated energy is now beyond the structure's theoretical safe capacity. If it explodes, what happens? I don't know. Hey, okay, run me some analysis. If something goes wrong, will it hit Yorktown? It's not far from here. Yorktown? I'm not sure. Tell me how big it'll blow. For Pete's sake. I told my brother-in-law it was a bad idea to pioneer out of near Trimates. It's a city of head cases. Know my immersion. I'm calculating now. To hell with this. I'm surrounded by science nuts. Crazy Poindexters. Poindexters, you know. Don't any of you have even a single breaker in your brains? Every day with your million freaking amazing projects, you just never wonder what happens if you screw up. The mind's behind Trimension science, and you build this giant bob that activates itself, and you literally can't shut it down? I wasn't on this project. I got temp assigned to work on this by your colonel. I would have definitely tested this thing a few more times myself. Zip it. I know you people too well. One little teensy weensy hint of success and it's like you all go goddamn blind. But Wasn't this project led by the DOD? Okay then, they're all insane. I warned my Mino this when she said her folks were coming to pioneer in Colombia. Nation built a goddamn nutcases. Mimo, sorry. Damn it. Are you done calculating? This won't work. I need to make a call. Okay, why can't I dial out? Energy concentrations are too high. Probably it's impacting the signal transmission. Damn it. God damn it. Is there anywhere with better signal? Some other corridor? Consider it a proof of concept, yeah, maybe. It's fun. It's fun. This has all fallen into chaos. Energy transmission can't be halted. That's what is Christian trying to do? Transmitter response is still growing stronger. It should be that transmitter Professor Parvis tuned in his all aboard hammer. But why is there such a strong reaction here too? I have to... Is there a passage anywhere? I need to keep heading down. Where is the energy coming from? It's obviously somewhere under the city, right? Is it being paid by the sarcophagus? Or silence. So you chose this path to move forward. Whenever Parvis recruited for these places, he'd always tell me that the trait the most valued was a researcher's perseverance or progress. No wonder he graded you well. What? What could be on your mind right now? Kristen. Rossi mentioned. So is this our destination? The past while I've investigated several former tri-dimensional locations surveyed by Rhinelab until I finally found this place. And the reality was little removed from what I imagined. Calcit gives the rock face beside her a few knocks. We're separated from the Horizon Art Project shaft by only a few hundred meters, I'm afraid. I'm afraid Kristen has the way laid out there too. Should you want to go sightseeing? You'll see. Calcit. Dr. Pixeltree. I presume you've gathered that there is much more driving Rhodes Island to intervene so actively in Tri-Mount's affair, beyond simply who and what you've seen. Who? Silence, Ifrit and Saria, Loken and Rosmontis, even the Revenant calling himself the Tin Man. All of them are simply ordinary people, far separated from the truth. I wouldn't call a Revenant exactly normal, personally. With regards to Rhinelab, commotion, and Kristen going out of control, the military and the Maylander Foundation are like weights, once again, placed on the scales, trying to preserve the semblance of a civilized nation. But none of that is what matters most. What should concern most. From the very beginning, Kristen has been brushing against something far beyond anyone's imaginations, and with that as a focus, has launched a charge against the sky. I worry her actions will bring unexpected things to bear upon Terra. My intent was to stop her before then, but we were one step too slow. On Terra today, interfering in such things is no longer easy. Civilization is much more expansive than I thought. There'll come a day when people step far enough again. Far enough? How far? To another planet? Why not share what you know with anyone else? It's not as if I haven't before, but the end result is never ideal. You may suggest those aboard Rhodes Island today, Amia, Closure, the hunters with ties to Aega. They know a great deal already, which has helped to resolve their own issues. But when you plough the fields, you never pay mind to why the horizons form as cloud, rain and lighting, yet perhaps you may want to know when the next storm will come. Arrogant acts of noble politicians versus repeated catastrophe, the forecasted yield of crops versus new tax levies, these are things that ground life. The reality is countless have no regard for even that much. They simply do not care for the fates of others. From a Terran's point of view, even if they did choose to believe such far-flung knowledge and information, what could they do about it? What use would it be? The wise that take note of all around them, those bare few, are the only ones able to maintain their thoughts. And the rest, when faced with things that outstrip their comprehension, more than often opt to laugh it off or persecute it, so as to protect their comfortable bubbles of ignorance from any outside challenge. Facts? They are no more than lamentable, but the truth grows ever further because of them. Compared to you and Calcit Revenants are. Tin Man likes hot dogs, so it's pretty normal. You've been pushed to explain to me before. Just promise me one thing, Doctor. Go on. No matter what it is you find next, and think next, do not let it shake you. I am by your side. If you choose to, no. No, you won't. I trust that the you that accompanied Amy and Rhodes Island today, and I trust that you are prepared in your own way. Despite how inescapably scarce our remaining time is. Wait. Fall back. Doctor, what I just said will take some explaining. Oh, really? Will it now? You follow Calcit's gaze far to where a dangerous silver glint perches atop the rock. A woman clings to the stalactite wall with nothing but her tail, almost like she's floating in the air, taking in the two of you with great amusement. You feel uneasy. It isn't Hayek's sudden appearance before you, rather that you realise how Calcit of prudence comparable to an automated machine has made a mistake so rudimentary, even to you. Hayek gently lands beside the two of you. Her mirthful smile draws scratches across your beating heart. Was she caught slipping? Was Calcit caught slipping there? Calcit calling Terran's ignoramus valid crash out. Well, kind of works for our world as well, doesn't it? I thought you were more cautious than that, Rhodes Island physician. But to be fair, I'm surprised you two managed to find this place. Chris had never even told me its exact location. Culkin. Betraying the Maylander Foundation is tantamount to funeralizing your future in Columbia. What Kristen promised must be far more generous than what Maylander could give you. You and your clan chose a path of no return, and you're trying to find the source of your race's power from control and Loken's research. I advise you to stop. This is not pursuit of the historical self. It is simply self-destruction. A vast time has elapsed in which the elders have lost their legendary powers, and now compared to the remaining ancient races, have no... Calcit's speech is interrupted. Speed up a little bit. Paul Hayek tail has quietly pressed against your throat. Yes, there's a sort of pressure your calm expression and tone of voice wreak. One that makes your database of a brain capable of turning words into weapons. But you know that sometimes speechcraft just doesn't work. Sarcophagus from Loken and the falls Kristen got from who knows where are enough to round off this dream we've had for a long time. A dream filled to bursting with power and might. Look at this now. Look at me. My plumage, my flesh, my tail. Memory tells me it's all begotten by my blood. A high blood by any other name. The Kukulkan blood. I'm very strong, aren't I, Doctor? Can't deny it. Giving in the mommy grip. Little bitch. Ah, I don't mind your composure one bit, but you see, if I felt like snapping your neck, then it wouldn't have taken much effort to do it. I remember it happening just like this before. Without all that fantastical equipment, Kristen's hardly stronger than the average person, and I could have just easily throttled her. But she downplayed, minimised, rejected power. I don't really like the oddball scientist type. She made me realise, outside of my lineage, what do I even have? Yo, Leo, what's up? Asking if the doctor's into choking. Do you like that? You like that? This reads so different with Babylon chapter 50, does it? It's a cruel irony. The words she says cling to you. She humiliated the calling and the memories I succeeded. I wanted so badly to return the favour. But she seemed so impossible to strike at. A placidity, like she got at everything life had to offer. So placid it made me envious. Made me want to claw myself apart. It shook me so badly. She won you over. What is it you want? I want to see how she ends, to guess her true intentions, to unearth her legacy, and then I'll snatch away every last little thing that made up her mind when she ridiculed me. Maybe I'll find the answer, just like that, before I return to my longed for age of the Kukulkan's unrivaled dominance. I want to know, in a modern sense, what worth that has. What worth that I have. That's what I, Paul Hayek, want to do. I hope you won't get in the way, Doctor, Dame Calcit.
From watching you and Gladia discuss your battle plans, I see that the two of you share.
Back at Peak Story. Yeah, we're back. I'm loving it so far, man. Like, I'm intrigued. Like, I feel like we're about to get a lore drop, right? The way Calcit's talking, at least, anyway. I thought he's fucking killing that man. I don't know what I've done to my phone. I feel like I'm fucking run over. This read is a bit different with elite ball knowledge, you know. Every time this music hits, man, love it. Every time. You're about to experience peak indeed. Oh, really? Okay, let's go. We got it, yeah. Okay, so there's going to be a ball here. Is this the one then? I guess really we're just using the ball to block either way, in a way, I guess, right? I feel like a fast redeploy might be useful. I have to drop Blaze. I think we're going to drop Blaze. And just bring in Gravel, just for the sake of being able to flip on the fly if we need to. Oh, I said that then. Remember farming this stage? Funny face you've got there. Her tail's really coiling up. Let the doctor go. You can go seek the thing you want if that really will resolve your misgivings. What? Just like that? We pledge we will not respond in any way to your actions. With the way Saria and the Tin Man act around you, I thought you were going to be the dangerous one. What's wrong? Is that real feebleness? Because you don't carry yourself like someone without the power to resist? I leave it to your imagination. But you can understand that. For the doctor's safety, I'm not going to take risks. So it seems. Well, I burn my bridges with the Maylander Foundation, so there's less enemies, the less enemies the better. Really, Kristen's plans are in motion already. I'd say we're short on free time too. We'll leave it there then, before the district starts responding adversely. What? Oh. Quite right. It won't do for the district to be in true, naked danger. We need to accelerate our gain of the situation. And given you betrayed the Maylander Foundation, we really shouldn't let an outsider settle this for us. That means you, Dan Calcit. You're not that stupid. You indulge Holhayak intentionally looking to seize your moment to act. Oh, so you guessed. I'd pursue our traitor. You're nostalgic to be exploited by the Dane once again. Intentional indulgence is giving us too much credit. The agents we assigned to be by Kristen's side defected one after another. I couldn't help but start doubting myself, and introspection is a thing that takes good time. As for the lives of the two of you, madam, haven't you been too careless? If you unleash your jet black vassal, surely restraining her wouldn't have been difficult. This is not a place in which I can use any weapon. We are already on top of it. That statement of yours is enough to draw considerable attention from the Maylander Foundation, Dame Calcit. Unless you're mystifying us on purpose. Honestly, what a surprise. Tin Man, how many bodies do you have? Didn't I toss your poor metal skull in the trash at Loken's? Are you letting me go this time? Or is it the deal I kill you again, and then the Maylander Foundation lets me walk free? We'll talk again in a bit, traitor. So, you know when they speak in ancient sarcasm, does it sound like, that big fuck-off boss at the start of Enfield? Is that what ancient sarcasm sounds like? Has my vision gone dark? He did something to my eyes. No, it's something mental. Can't move my limbs. It seems arts still work here. Originum arts are not within the scope of the weaponry sensors. Ancient sarcasm should sound Latin. Furthermore, even the full powers of a revenant would be unable to damage their critical components in the slightest. Oh, he's at 8th. Okay. What about the original bomb? An arch unit in my pockets. Too primitive. But these are state-of-the-art Colombian technology. They could get us buried in the deep of this land with ease. So, anything else you haven't told the Mainlander Foundation? Probably save some of the rest of us, pigs. You can't call it cherry drinking out bottle like an animal, man. A fucking animal. Oh, we're not able to come together on this. Not even with my being a Colombian or a Sarkaz. All throughout, I have only wanted the doctor alone to reach this place. The control of Rhine Lab was a mishap in that respect. Me? Regretfully, you don't make the rules here. Beyond my duty to the Mainlander Foundation, I have a heavy interest in this ancient ancestral home of a land. There may be leads on Kazdel in there. I'm afraid I won't so easily. Speed up a little bit more. Speaking. Yes? Holhayak has been apprehended via arts. She's ready to what? What? The president himself? She's escaping. Haha! Looks like your arts aren't all that secure, my dear employer. Oh. It seems I've underestimated Holhayak. Roger that. I would of course obey. See you later. Isn't it strange? How you can break free of such witchcraft by brute force. Your average campaign night a century ago would have been frozen to the spot. That voice just now. It was a Sarkaz. Witchcraft? You. What race even are you? I ran my checks. Always race on the mind, Holhayak. You really are pitiful. Well, you know, it's the kind of girl she is. What puzzles me more, honestly? I mean, look at me. The way I am. How could you take me for some ordinary person? Killed by tossing his head away. Yes, you have a point. So, would you put yourself back together if I crushed you? I'll deal with Holhayak. You two go on ahead. The president has given me personal orders to unconditionally assist this Rhodes Island party to these coordinates. They're very strange. I wonder when he got such a clear grasp of things. Tell me, Ray's not going to be racist towards you, right? So what of you as a Sarkaz? The young Sarkaz detest you and lovingly respect you too, for a great many reasons. But as I see it, your fight for the Sarkaz will go on longer still. And of course, it will merely be so. Now, hurry up. When later comes, I hope you'll tell me everything you're willing to. I promise that to you. Let's go, Doctor. I'm impressed how easily you give up on your greed. Doesn't the truth matter to you? Don't you want to follow them down there and take in that ancient ancestral home of yours? Growing attached to your mission target on a mission, and then betraying your country with intent to misappropriate vital technology without scruple, but educating my subordinates properly is my disgrace. What damages to my body cannot rouse anger in me, not in the midst of my excessively long time undisturbed. But as your boss and authority of the Mainlander Foundation, I suggest you hand yourself in and try to plead a lenient sentence. You old monster. How much have you lost over the course of your life? Does the idea of duty still do something for you? I once used quite the amount of arts as a means to avert the trauma too long a time would inflict on my soul, but it wasn't entirely effective. If you look purely at results, I'm a very conscientious one. Death will attest to that in my place. No, I'll defeat you. I'll get to everything I want. I'll prove in my own self that, and if that means I have to kill you, kill everyone in the Mainlander Foundation, and even be killed by you, then I'll give each and every bit of it my shot. So this is how fighting for yourself makes your blood pound. Why did I ever put restoring my old blood first? How many generations worth of memories have you inherited, Holhayak? 3 centuries? Or no, maybe 5? It's long enough. Long enough for a city to be rebuilt anew and destroyed again, or for a dynasty to go from rise to decline. But to me, it is no more than the time needed to rouse myself from a nightmare. Big words for you. No, the reality is, your stretch of distress and your heartening family history wouldn't stand up to the tale of a single scratch of my alloy fingers, young beast cub. Bro basically just mogged her for how long he's been around, yeah. Yo, what's up, Ducklord? Holhayak feels her heart stall for an instant. Her sight blacks out again, With experience, she quickly abandons her vision and attempts to wrap her body in arts to extend her limbs. Sense of touch. Even among Mainlander's seasoned agents, she was eminently gifted. The Kulkan's memories are not solely a burden. They make her a natural-born, highly veteran warrior. Every part of her body is a lethal weapon. The clarity of her mind has no equal, and her arts would redefine guile itself. This time, Hayek begins to feel a hint of fear creeping up. A prickling, stinking feeling that starts from her eardrums and bores into her brain. She covers her ears in pain, despite the pure silence about her. The cavern scenery begins to change, a deeper darkness diffusing out from beneath the Tin Man's feet. Due to the main expansion on her ass. Given you want to delve into... Is this what ancient sarcasm sounds like? A little bit like that. Does it sound like that? Given you want to delve into history, I'll have to share a little more of it with you. Oh, hey, I can feel it. Her cheeks are braided by coarse sandstones. Her shoulders give a faint shudder, as if bearing some colossal mass. You made too much light of the weight of history, Ulkan. You've yet to understand what it means for a memory to be graven. Damn. Rolls is aura farming on her, isn't he? Altitude 5,000 meters. Ascent interrupted. You're speaking enchantment table. Ralph's building a nether portal, man. You said you knew how to pilot this thing. You want emerald? Hold on tight. Furniture started floating. I'm trying the hardest I can, Ferdinand. If I wasn't, people would be dead. Feria, check the window. The engine is on fire. Our loss? No huge concern. The thing looks ready to explode. What do you mean, no huge concern? I had no idea you could be so conversational. There's no end to these drones. Ferdinand, get over here. Grip onto this bar. No letting it go. Push it up. See these dials? Wait until they pass this line, then call for me. What are you? Strap in. Don't let your hands leave that thing. I'm opening the hatch and heading out one moment. Opening the hatch? What do you mean heading out? In midair? Before you were born, I already beat the Elder Dragon, right? Staria, this whole thing's shaking. Damn it. I know I should have called the lawyer before I got on board. You think you can afford that lawyer without a job? Stay calm. Watch the dials. Period. What the hell are you doing? I think it's on the verge of haywire. There have been lights flashing. Staria, are you done yet? What's she do? I'll take the controls. Let go of the bar. Let go of the bar, Ferdinand. Still man, did you keep your cigarette in his hand? That's like falling over and keeping your point in your hand. You're not professional. Did the firefight die down? What did you do? I haven't seen you looking like that for years. The pulse device was reverse engineered from Raytheon Industries tech. I was intending for it to hijack transport drones. I didn't expect its time would come now. Status check. Prepare to dock. Under Saria's control, the cabin doors open up. Fierce gales of wind and ice, cold air pouring straight into the aircraft. I should have worn a few more layers. Put on your mask. To make that a little bit easier for you. What can we do now?
If I'm honest, I thought you'd jump straight out like some down-on-her looker and leave a fresh hole in the lab ceiling. But like an academic, you pulled the drones first to stop them nearing this craft, and then completed a proficient mid-air docking.
Nasty was meticulous in building this lab. I don't think she would have zero precautions against me. Daria's got Ori, yeah. Besides which, I couldn't guarantee you withstand the atmospheric pressures at this altitude.
It looks like you have been busy since you left defense. What have you been doing all these years?
Work.
Work.
Don't undo your seatbelt, Ferdinand. If you want to pull Ryan Lad back from the brink, then show me how you do it. You're hitting on him.
I'm not your section underling, Saria, and you're not defense director anymore. Don't talk to me that way.
Can you stand?
Yes, I'm fine. But you have to keep me steady.
Fucking hair's a mess, man. Hey, check this. It's reversible, boys. Hey! Krispy Kreme's reversible. This sensation is bizarre. Are we really in midair? The star pool is practically on top of our heads. Sorry. We're still far. We're still far, Ferdinand. The aircraft read 5,037 meters on the dial just now. Red, sorry. The barrier's still another kilometer from where we are. You don't seem moved at all. I suppose so. Learning to pilot in your college days. The army still thinks this is some kind of super weapon. This equipment, these monitor devices and readouts. Nasty built this to be the best lab in all of Tri-Mounts. Or perhaps this was just the first step of some grand experiment. That devil. Just how much did he hide from me? I never thought her participation went that deep. Hold on, Saria. I see a military transporter. They got here faster than we anticipated. They must be nearby. I assume they'll finish boarding before long. We need to hurry before they take over this place fully. Like, you know in Enfield, you know if they really wanted to like flesh out the story, to like sculpt things up, I'd be happy. I know probably the average player wouldn't, right? You know, the Philistine, if you will, the troglodyte, you know, especially coming from other games potentially, or potential communities, to say, particular communities. You know, if they wanted to flesh some things out, and obviously I understand, you know, the cost of like having so much going on in a game like Enfield, it'd just be insane, right? But I'd happily take all of the machinations and the extra stuff. I'd do it like this, man. Straight up. You know, if they want to voice some of it, buzzing, but do it like this. Obviously a little bit more flashy, you know, the artwork looking a bit higher quality and stuff like, you know, comic book style kind of thing. I'd totally be down for that, I would. For us to get extra stuff, like, you know what I mean? Saria? The man twists his head around and finds the ex-director of the defense section is already headed deep down the toroidal corridor. Alright. Once I get back, I'm having a nice long talk with Jara. Preferably to double my stock options. You following Calcit's steps. You've rarely seen her in this solemn. You begin secretly to take stock of her as you walk behind her. You realise you've barely ever had the chance to see Calcit in such quiet. Your perturbance begins to turn to tension. To your recollection, Calcit is only unsettled or restless once in 2 blue moons, and each time the aftermath has needed absolutely no description. You move to open your mouth to say something, just anything. What's wrong with Monster? Doctor? Perhaps I have slightly lost my composure. But it is for other reasons, I can be sure. It is not that dangerous ahead of us. You can relax. That said, you've asked me a great many questions in the past, which I've answered for you straight. Never answered for you straight. Today, you may well finally have your answers. Okay, about fucking time. Yeah, man. I'd definitely be like ZZZ dabbled with sort, especially at 1.0. Like, definitely dabbled with it, you know. Yeah. If it gives us more, it's better than. It's either you get what you get and nothing. Give me extra. I know what some people would be like, though. What's this black screen, white text kind of thing, you know? Wouldn't necessarily be that, but I know people would argue that's what it is. Because, like, some people seem to really lack a grasp of medium, right? And how you can have a spectrum of different things into artistic things. Oh, well, I'm used to 3D cutscenes. That's all I take. Other than that, it's fucking wank, you know? I think most people would appreciate it. Are these all sarcophagi? It was as early as Saria's first contact with me on the mention of Kristen that I'd envisaged her going to any lengths to accomplish this. Rashly attempting a spaceflight carries risk nobody could anticipate. Though Saria didn't yet know the full extent. Not until the event in Trimount, until operators Tiapple Source and Silence were drawn into a seemingly unrelated incident. Yet, no matter even when I surmised she was trying to re-challenge the skies, I admit, I have no anticipation the situation would be what it is today. With how things have unfolded, without personally witnessing the shaft's scope and scale, Hammer's ascent, and the research Locke and Williams is now attempting, it was soon after, with hindsight, that I realised what Ryan Lab Control Kristen Wright is attempting is impossible to achieve. Some outside force assisted her, massively influenced her. I'm reading that terribly. Borrowing military funds and connections, continuing the research her parents left behind, the young genius has used Ryan Lab as a shell to deceive everyone and point herself directly at her one greatest, most obstinate hope in life. What's that? She plans to shred the sky. Oh shit, yo. I gotta go for a pee. I need to lock in. This text is always gonna be a hard sell for them. Yeah, like, I mean, have something like this, but yeah, I get what you're saying. You can fucking smell the motor on this fucking treadmill. Has been on for an hour and 35 though, so. She plans to shred the sky. Pix has to pee from peak. I guess as much. But then what? She's doing it solely to witness the truth of it. To make all mankind witness the truth of it. She's going to the Antarctic ice wall, guys. That's what she's doing. She's doing our version of going to the Antarctic fucking ice wall. She's gonna prove the world's flat. And outside of that's Westeros. And what happens after? A brand new perspective. A flourishing science. The moment when the sky becomes possibility itself. And even the very upheaval of how war is fought. People could reach other cities in a tenth of the time. Air vehicles, once a valuable rarity, could become typical transport means overnight. Kristen has chosen to leave all of this to the coming generations. She's never considered this from an angle of benefit, be it how she personally stands to gain or how everyone does. Even the potential crises invented have gone ignored by her. Is there one more possibility that Kristen, who lost her parents at a young age and grew up amid skepticism and derision, is out just to prove this one truth to people and nothing more? Regardless of anything, Sarah and I have both been a step behind. Given Terra's current Originium technology, tearing the sky apart would require the sum electricity of all of Terra over an interminably long period. And this is purely a mathematical comparison. Nobody could ever converge so much energy in one point, let alone have the means to usefully output it towards the sky. But in the core city of Chernobog, a great many things have happened, all revolving around a sarcophagus. Do you still remember? Is she going to use that? What's with the sarcophagi then and their power output then? Is it like super advanced tech then? I would never forget. At that point, Ursus's shallow research was sufficient to draw a relatively impressive amount of energy from the sarcophagus, and now the energy is enough to realise Kristen's deranged vision. At least she hasn't chosen to share this information with the military or the Maylander Foundation. Such a material edge would make the state apparatus lose its mind and certainly suffice to propel it into a rapid new hegemony. What is this place? What's wrong? Dr. Pixeltree? Remember what I said. If you can, for the next while, call to mind your past with Rhodes Island. Do not be rattled. A violent light sweeps over your body. You feel a shred of familiarity, impossible to process. With no warning, out of all the things before you right now, you recall that scene you never once forgotten up to this day. Oh shit. Sarcophagus, a cold, frigid light. Amir grips your hand. You remember nothing. You're drawn into the maelstrom of Chernobog. It is the start of everything. So much time has passed. Something, some sentiment, even longer lived, that fills the dense haze of your memories. It stirs in you grief and reminiscence and discomfort. It is part of you, yet you reject it with all you can. You strive to settle down your psyche, faced with this quiet noise and dazzling darkness, the indescribable yet infinitesimally brief torment. Your vision returns. What's that? You narrowly avoid a gasp of surprise. This unknown structure has preempted you, and the sounds of resuscitation echo through the vast hall. Unfathomable. But after such lengths of time, I would lay eyes again on a colleague and an attendant. Truly far too unfathomable. Why can't I understand what your language? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Why would you use Terran language? Are you not aware of my existence? What happened to you? Answer me on that one's behalf. Attendant AMA-10. Wait, is that? Is that me? Am I AMA-10? What in the fuck? What the? Is that rude then? Brother. Okay, this is I think this is a good spot for a spam shell. Okay, we can't move this one. We can move this one down, can't we?
This show hasn't been disappointing, my friend.
Oh shit, there's a lot.
My rats.
stay there. I can fetch her up and that'll stay there, yeah.
最適なすまない力を入れすぎた
This execution is not worth witnessing.
Yo, these dudes take a fucking beating, brother. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You really think you'll get away?
Shit, man. I need to heal him. Can't even heal him from there, can I?
Any orders for me?
I got this. Focus.
Your bro got cooked.
どうすればいいか絶望の匂いがカムフラージュできないここに天外55逃しはしません
No one knows you stepped into my domain.
君もそんな風にブスブスするんだ
Just have to keep sending them back, yeah. You robo fucker. Go for the double heals. Alright, we good. We're rolling. You got damage, Joe. Oh, he's scared there, bitch. You're a bit scared, are ya? A little bit scared. Alright, send these guys back this way first. I'm gonna drop gravel down. You can get away without defenders on this thing, can't you, really? Keep switching the orb up, though.
No one knows right behind you.
Okay. We've got a lot left, though, so we've only got halfway, haven't we, really? We're just over halfway. Felt like something devastating's about to happen, man. I'm a little bit nervous. Chap. I want to speed it up, but I'm a bit worried if I do, I'm going to fuck myself. Oh my god.
What is a
Claps. Get clapped. Get fucking clapped. Easy. Easy cheeks. Easy cheeks. Easy cheeks. Count's pretty fucking strong now, though. Or did I miss a bit of mechanics, did I? That's unusual for me. That's unusual for me. I order you to answer me, attendant. Attendant? Dr. Pixeltree is an amnesiac. The doctor is not one among those you recognize. Not anymore. The doctor is now one of Terra, one of Rhodes Island. And we have experienced a great deal together, up to this very day. Rhodes Island? Rhodes Island. I see. Fine, then, amnesiac. So why did you not relate everything once again to this doctor? Ah, I see now. You've always had your doubts about this doctor's true nature. You'd rather trust one relearning about the world, when the alternative is to recover a stretch of memories you deem unreliable. We could have a voice with this. This is
At least when I remember them. He made me a bit too much. That me. Yes, quite understandable. None of what's happened on the ground can be forgery, and if there had been sufficient intervention, Tanner would have been in the state it is now. It seems But the thing has gone as we had hoped. Even if you don't remember that, Dr. Pixeltree. You know?
I think we need an echo to that. I think we need a tinge of echo. What a rare chance this is to meet the two of you here. It's under these conditions. Well then, Dr. Pixeltree. The amnesiac and AMA 10 claiming the name Calcit. What did you come here for? Wait! 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 Wait, didn't he call me an AMA? Is she one as well? This is peak voice for this. Pixel doll for this. It fits the scenario. Put it back on.
Has Kristen put nerves in you? There's all this flown beyond your grasp.
I don't think you've answered me yet.
I am devised a devised personality simulation. For tens of thousands of years, I have guarded this dark hole and the ice-cold bodies of hundreds of thousands of our people.
Hundreds of thousands? What?
I once was our last hope, a pessimistic attempt, a synonym for nihilism. But right now, perhaps to you, insignificant and minuscule too, I am the accessory to the invisible hand behind Kristen's mad plan. I am the observer, with a foot in the grave, reveal all that lies before you. I am the dying of civilization itself.
So all of that, was that all of the doctors? Was that you lot in there? Because I am the chosen one, basically. You called Calcit that, not the doctor. I thought you called me an attendant as well. I thought you called... Oh, okay. Maybe I was mistaken. Decision correct. Transmitter response extremely strong. Director Jarrah? Why are you here? My race. It's full of Brits. Oh, that's why. Come on then, boys. So it's about time for some recolonisation. You know? Why are you here? You made it here by my blessing. Such is life. You came to stop me. You haven't let go of that weapon I gave you. I'm delighted. It doesn't seem like you're here on some hot-headed impulse either. Correct. This is your very last chance, child. Withdraw or continue. I will learn to be the warrior you described, Director Jarrah. I'd call Dr. Batanga. Silence! You're fully aware that Kristen is not about to target any town in the land with hammers received energy. You have no need to stop her. Like any scientist would, she's preparing to go where none have set foot before. That's all. Perhaps so, Director Jarrah. I certainly don't know control like you do. But if you say so, I am willing to believe it. However, I will continue to attempt to bring a stop to all this, and I will make no exception, even if you're the one that stands in my way. Pardon me. Why? Because whatever this experiment is, if control freely conducts it and succeeds in it, and this being the control of Rhine Lab, we all know, whether out of emotional confidence or rational judgment, that she's very likely to succeed. What do you think the researchers of Columbia are going to see in her? After holding your job in Rhine Lab Human Resource Investigation for so long, you would know the people here inside and out. A hero? Kristen will become a hero and an idol throughout all of Columbian science. Yes, she'll become the scientist's paragon, the benchmark of a researcher. And then, the floodgates will be open forever. Item after item, project after project, researchers will be in perpetual delight. But, Director Jarrah, only she's Kristen Wright. Only her. And the others? The ones bragging about themselves as geniuses and leaders, the ones inspired by this pioneer spirit by any means necessary, the ones who will put their own obsessions and ideals into practice, all without the slightest apprehension. Ah, okay, she's getting this. What's his name? Who was he? Well, Parvis. Was it Parvis? That talks. I think's had an effect on her own. The greedy, the egotistical, the overreaching, the stubborn, the ones like us. If they take the conduct of Ryan Lab's control to be a virtue, then that is a future I'm sure you can imagine the shape of. Perhaps we don't even need to imagine. With the research you yourself conducted on Ryan Lab, you've never been in the dark. I know very well, Silence. I know very well how much of that kind of thing has happened and is happening inside Tri-Mounts. No, within the borders of Colombia. There have been plenty of insane and alluring projects placed before me. The owners starry-eyed, their smiles sincere. They wholeheartedly believe they serve pure science. They're the pioneers of what the worlds of the worlds that we know. Let me turn this off now, man. Give the motor a break. Definitely smell the fucking motor. Well, all you and your colleagues have to do is evaluate whether inside their experimental plans, their grand blueprints, there lies even on the off chance it might be incur the slightest cost or waste. Cost? Sometimes it comes in the form of a fertile field, and sometimes it's some number of terminal patients or death row inmates. Sometimes it's a village or a town, and sometimes it's some specific race or even nation. And as I see it, sometimes it's our own selves too. Are you scared of that, Director Jarrah? Do the possibilities for science's forward progression excite even you to no end? Director Jarrah, never upon this earth has there existed a specimen of pure science in a glass bell. Science lies in our hands, in the people's hands. You have to know its temperature, its weight, whether it burns people, whether it will bring suffering, or if it will console. Most people forever claim they are the way forward. All they do is set foot with world abandon in whichever direction they wish to. But silence, that is what progress is. Nobody knows where the path lies. This is the walk they must take. The fortunate will find the right place and enter the light. The misfortunate will run into dead ends and spin in circles. But there is no way you can make them stop. You're a researcher yourself. You know what's most unstoppable of all. It's craving. Matter can't bind it, morality can't bind it, and rules can't bind it all the same. Across this land, all throughout history, before Kristen, there were those greedy, egotistical, overreaching, stubborn people you speak of. And when did they ever stop? And so, from now on, they must stop. Is she going to stop that? At the very least, they must stop, before stooping to see what sits beneath their feet. Director Jarrah, I feel scientists' fuel should not derive from cravings and ideals, nor should it come from calculations and choices. Science is a clear, incisive look at every one of us. Silence. You said something very beautiful, fit to be hung in the corridors of our university library. I'm afraid not one researcher is willing to see that quote on the walls of their lab. It is lip service. And so, I will make it practice, Director Jarrah. I don't want to give up midway, and I still have your blessing. You're gonna become, what's his name? The King Jong-un?
Kim Jong-un is master of goon.
Silence. Kristen has spent a very long time readying this plan. I don't know how much she's poured into it, but the determination can't be any less than her parents' was. You're... fine. This isn't you. It's me. Can't even watch this. I don't want it all to melt into thin air again. In which case, Director Jarrah, this is exactly that you hope for. To see Kristen succeed, or to bring her back to a safe and sound. I know a researcher who goes by Ruby. Her greatest wish is to clock out on time and retire without hassle. I just ran across a soldier. I imagine his only wish right now is to get out of this out-of-control shaft without incident, and then flee the clutches of Tri-Mounts and its scientific loons together with his family. You want to run that back? You want a bit of a...
Kim Jong-un is master of goon. Me and P. Diddy had a sneaky link. He showed me his super big ding-a-ling. Jeffrey Epstein.
Is Control's wish any more lofty compared to theirs? Because the thing she wants makes sufficient progress? Or is it simply because the feelings between you and her are sufficiently close? Director Jarrah, You know this isn't fair. Can't be this selfish. I am this selfish. I can't use morality and justice to fool myself in order to let you pass. We must concede what emotions weigh. Kristen has this dream. I can't just stand here and fold my arms. Silence. You wouldn't stand this, wouldn't you? But if we stop control, she could very well still... She won't. She won't, child. I know full well. When she set this project into motion, she never planned to return. Since long ago, even since we first met, there has been no taking back any of this. I wish to erase what I just heard. Silence. It makes me very happy that you could stand in my way here. I can even say that I support your viewpoint. But as Kristen's family, I still won't let you through. Go on and show me. Are you really prepared to bear every word you've said? What you face from here on is more than a single Parvis or a lone Kristen. What you face is every person that attempts to forge forward. True. Like, how would she plan? Like, she can stop her, but how would she plan to stop the human desire for progress, for advancement? You know? To find out what lies out there in the darkness, in the vastness of space, etc., etc. You know what I mean? I will. I must be ready. I promise you this. The scientist must press forth, and is bound to press forth. Perhaps Sunlight Control will be more proficient at the forward portion. There must be someone to step up and ensure that science remains in the people's hands. Clashing swords, boys. Preserver? I never thought it would truly be you. But if it is, then how can you be?
Aiding in a little animals and schemes, or witnessing the young civilization take its first steps beyond the cradle. You came too late, Doctor. My wait has lost all meaning.
Compared to this, Triments has been a drop in the bucket. It's you helping Kristen. She used some means to get in contact with you.
Terra's history, civilizations, languages, races, technological attainments. I'd come to know it all through Columbia's networks. The hilariously modern surface information transmission isn't even able to cover the globe, but your methods of mutually assured destruction have to have evolved with competent efficiency.
Terra's methods are too primal and reliant on Originium, and with such conversion rates, realizing Kristen's attempt, the energy source required would be outlandish. It's near to impossible that Terra could have the technology to solve this enigma, save for...
I gave her the last of my blood. May as well supply a new heart than watch over a dying light, perhaps.
You actually, honestly, why do you not regret it? All your efforts over such an immense amount of time, all gone to waste.
Yes, gone to waste. I shut the project down personally, deal with the input by myself. It's a decision I cannot under any circumstances regret. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. Very soon.
Was he willing to let the rest go? A giant tremor ripples out from somewhere far away. The lights within this subterranean space give a few flickers. This being calling itself. The Preserver falls silent for a while and seems to let out a deep breath. What's going on?
It's only an infant's curious glance. Yet, what obstructions is it tasked to overcome?
Ooh. So they all, as soon as that humans then, like the Doctor, non-anthropomorphic humans, like precursors, like so the Doctor is like a precursor race then, because they've been there for a long time. Why are they all in there, though? Energy accumulation abnormal. That Rhodes Island Corporation has trained you well. Can you still lift your arms? I'm fine. What about yours? Relax. I buy my health insurance. Are we going to keep doing this? If you're still going to block my way, yes. All right. Let's keep at it. Doctor is a roadman. Wait. Something's not right. The temperature. Even if the shaft's preparing to fire, the temperature here shouldn't have risen this high. The army has cut off practically every power source in an effort to stop it charging, including every security alarm and control system. Some morons. Quick, we have to get out of here. There are still some troops stationed up above. Director Jarrah, I'm counting on you to get them away. Where are you headed? Power to the control systems has been cut. Why does Control still have remote operation of this place? Transmitter response is still strengthening. I still have a chance. Silence. Music's kicked in as well. The heatwave washes with a burn past Jarrah's face. The Liberia researchers she'd never paid particular mind to before now continue straight inward, running deeper into the shaft's layers. Jarrah is suddenly struck by a feeling that there is nothing, not one thing that could get in that silhouette's way. Perhaps she really can make good on what she promised herself. I don't know. She imagines, come that time, that maybe she can be of a little help. Little help. Looks like prep work on the emitter was wrapped up. Science is a clear, incisive look to every one of us. I'm no scientist. Kristen, you'll fly for outer space just like you've been dreaming of. I'm sure of it. Nasty. Couldn't you choose some place with a better view? At what point can you finally stop ragging on me? When I went to observe in Lethean, I once saw a local fireworks show. They invited the best composers just to write for the occasion. As the first firework went off, all the musicians started playing in unison. My, was that a scene of beauty? Your figures of speech are too deficient. Lethanians wouldn't like you. True, and true. But still, we're here today, in Trimounts, seeing a sight that glitters just as gold. A ring floating in the air, drone bullets drawing out raindrops of pure light, splashes of sparks of armor plating. Just as good as a fireworks show. Looking at the clock, it's about time for the climax of the performance. Here comes the thrilling, stirring Svazando. I don't know what the was that. Svazando? Oh. Wait, was that to focus the... whatever the fuck that was? I guess that was some sort of, like, beam? What looks like it. Was that to focus it up in the sky? It's prettier than I imagined. Ryan Lab ought to be charging all the city-siders enjoying the show. It's a success. Hammer's materials and structure have withstood the shock from the energy beam for the time being. Next comes the charging and focus phase. As long as we can collect the readings from such high-pressure conditions. I'm afraid at this point, the Army and Maylander guys grabbed their last chance to stop it from fully focusing. Aren't you worried about Control? Like she ever needed us to worry. We're going the same way, and that's all we are. We can only play our own parts well, and then, pray she's lucky. If one day Kazdel 2 hangs from the firmament, then I'll engrave your name into my stoves. Dang! Fuck! I gotta wrap up because I gotta go get Rosie. Shit, we're gonna have to play this again tomorrow. We're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to maybe put Enfield on hold. Maybe put Enfield on hold tomorrow. Maybe play some tonight, maybe. Because I need to know. I need to know what the fuck's going on. I'm in it. I'm in it. Okay. I am sucked in now. I'm sucked in now. What we got next? CW9. All right then. Okay then. All right, guys. I've got to go get Rosie from work. These last few chapters are so good. I'm looking forward to it. That chapter was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I probably am going to play EF tonight. Ducky. And then do some of this tomorrow. Anyway, guys. Appreciate ya. Thank you very much for hanging out.
And as always, stay safe. Keep yourself small. Drop a like on the stream. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao.